It's not that hot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I'm Bobby.
Holy shit, I thought you were like testing it. I was like, we started. That's it. This is Ray.
And I am very appreciative of Bobby, who has to do basically aerobics in order to start the show. Our current setup, the button is way far away from his mic, so he's got to end the music and then do some sort of back bend to get back behind the mic at the end.
Not to mention I'm using a mouse on like my knee here and the keyboard's in Cheese spot since she's not here. But we've got the box here. I should just bring that over like we had it last time because that was somehow working. I could reach down here with my right hand.
But it's so far. It's all 6 feet away, dude.
No, I mean, bring the box over here.
Yeah, I'm saying it's super. That's a lot of work. Moving that over there.
I don't know.
Me and Ray are lifting drinks to our mouths repeatedly.
Oh, yeah.
Way too busy, dude.
So much work, guys.
All right. Well, we got two new Patreons here, Greg and Adrian.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You get a shout out. So thanks, Greg and Adrian. It's been a while. You guys dropping the ball. We need more patrons. We spent all our money. We got a new light in here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think our video quality got better. Yeah. Keep on trucking.
It looks better from right there.
From here.
I think our screen is crooked, though.
Oh, boy.
You're crooked.
It's probably because we sink down lower in our couches because we're fatter.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, we're a little off center here. I've got the whole couch to myself. It's unusual.
This is true.
No one's going to be freaking out and jumping on me.
No crane flies either.
No.
Not yet.
No crane flies.
Not yet.
I was really looking at my mic. I was like, this bitch better not be on there.
Oh, did you find it?
No, there was nothing on there.
Oh my God, it came back to life.
It came back to life, dude.
I definitely left it on there, dude.
It probably came back. A lot of times you just knock them out and you think they're dead and then...
It was in pieces, dude.
Oh, it was in pieces?
Yeah.
Maybe Jocko ate it.
Yeah, maybe Jocko ate it or... Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. So let's see. Let's get right into it. On the radar, games that have come to our attention. Some big ones this week. First of all, Payday 3.
Damn.
So this wasn't like officially announced, but Starbreeze Studios mentioned in an update that they plan to release Payday 3 in 2022 or 2023. So,
dude, I don't even know if I'm going to be alive, dude. I can't even get half excited for this.
I don't know how to feel about that.
So far away. Yeah, we say that for every game whenever we see 2020 fucking million. What? Damn it. And then we're on the podcast. Yo, next week it comes out. It's like, oh, damn.
That's
from
true.
like 5 years ago? Like,
and Starbreeze, they only make one game, right? Or no?
No, they make several games as well as published games too. So they've kind of fallen on hard times. They didn't do too well with that Walking Dead game. Mm-hmm. They took a big hit on that. They also invested a lot in VR. Didn't work out for them. So I think that kind of slowed things down a little bit. But they did say that based off of everything they got going on and their planned income, that they will definitely be able to put out Payday 3 in 2022 or 2023. My only concern is that it's going to be, I don't know, man. Like Payday is another one of those games where I put so many hours into it, and it has the potential of being such a great co-op game, but it's also like, it could totally go south. And they kind of did this with Payday 2 with way too much DLC. They redid the whole talent tree thing like almost every month, it seemed like. There was just so much change. And it just eventually turned into a pay-to-win thing. So
really? I could have sworn they were the company that was like anti-paid DLC. I guess I'm getting that wrong then.
Yeah, I think they implemented loot crates. They had a bit of a scuffle with
at the beginning.
The publisher, like because the publisher wanted to enforce, like, oh, we need loot crates, we need this or that. I don't know. I could be mixing this up. It was a long time ago, but yeah,
I'm pretty sure they took a hard stance. The way I remember it, they took a hard stance against. They didn't want to put keys for the loot boxes. They were just going to open them or something like that. I don't
maybe.
Remember. I might be speaking out of turn.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're conflating different games.
Yeah, I don't know. I could totally see this coming out and it just being ruined by loot boxes, pay to win content, and just like a grind fest, you know?
Yeah.
And it has the potential. I really enjoyed Payday, and I love co-op games, and I love the whole idea of, you know, playing like the heist That's such a great setting for a game.
Yeah, like I totally bought it and got all the DLCs. I have never played it.
Yep.
It's one of those games.
We're just when we get to a game that you haven't done that with, bring that up. That'll be news.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're just going to assume that you bought everything, and the gold, and the whistles, and the bells. 2 bells, please. I was having this thought yesterday where me and Ray were at the zoo at night last night. By the way, don't go to the zoo at night. It sucks.
It sucks.
Everything's sleeping.
Everything's sleeping. It's crazy. And
even the nocturnal ones are like, fuck you.
Yeah, dude. I turned on the flashlight. He was totally flipping me off. It was crazy.
It would it's not good. Mila was fucking frightened. She thought animals were gonna come out of anywhere. Anyway, I was thinking about like when we're in there, and like if you want to go see the movie, it's another $7. The face paint is like another $15. It's like once they got you in the park, they just try to sell you more stuff, obviously, right? And this is just the way the world worked forever. Like once you've already paid to get in, unless you have the super bonus pass, which you can get. You have to pay for everything on the inside. And games get a bad rap for trying to do this, but it's kind of been the way that business has been done forever.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But, we like to keep things free as possible, I guess.
Yeah. Once the precedent has been established, it's hard to break.
Yeah.
All right, another big announcement here. Postal 4, no Regerts.
No Regerts, man. Oh man, I saw this today and I was like, "What?" It was just, but it's already early access, so it pretty much just got announced together with early access. What is it? $14, $15, $20,
$17.99.
$17.99, and you can just jump on it and try playing it. I checked out the reviews already. People are just saying it's super fucking hard. Like no autosave, so you pretty much, if you didn't save it, it'll just automatically fuck up. I mean. You can't go back to where you left off. But it's
terrible.
But it looks just... Have you ever played any other Postal game?
Yeah, I played the Postal 2 like
Postal 2 was
2 years ago.
Yeah, Postal 2 was the more popular one, I believe. Postal 3 was third person. But this one goes back like I don't know.
It's the same town, it looks like.
It's not the same town, I doubt it.
Oh.
It has to be a different town. They're always different towns. Come on, a kitty.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a cat with a gun in its butt.
And he's carrying it like he's gonna shoot through the cat.
Yeah, it looks.
That just bummed me out, man.
And then they're using the same guy, the same voice as the Postal dude, I think.
John St. John. So he was Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Original Duke Nukem.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're saying this is the sequel to Postal 2 because Postal 3 kind of strayed from the franchise.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like more memes. So I wonder if they're gonna have those features later, like those save points.
No, it should be working later, but it was just like reading the reviews. People were just saying that. But this one should actually, from what I read, it looks like it's going to be more than just your fucking stupid game where you just run around and like is a story. I don't know if it was for like I remember the second one. It was Gary Coleman talk shit about you or something like that, or you wanted to kill Gary Coleman from for advocating something, and that was the game. So and the game started find Gary Coleman. And they give you a huge world, and that's it. I remember, I think there was a map, and on the map it had like an X.
Yeah, where to go.
Yeah, and that was it, and that was the story. So I feel like this one, what they're saying is it's actually gonna have like maybe kind of like skills tree or something, or like actual like skill points or some. It's gonna be more in depth, and not just gonna be your fucking basic ass Postal game.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games you just buy and play for like an hour maybe the first time and never touch it again until you want to show it to your friend. Yeah. Hey, check this out! Like, I can shoot a fucking pussy out of my gun. You know,
which he's about to. Oh, I think you have the cat on there for a silencer.
It's a silencer, huh?
Oh man, that's so bad.
You throw pigeons at people. That's awesome.
I don't think the cat dies somehow miraculously.
Yeah, it's a cat.
And there's a super soaker
with gasoline.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. I used to like running around whipping my dick out and pissing on people.
Now, meanwhile, graphically, we're talking about this is 15 years ago, but. It is what it is.
When you look at the video like full screen,
doesn't look that bad.
It still looks like shit. But I mean, it looks a little better. It looks a little better. Okay. It does look like it might be the Unreal 4 engine. I don't know.
I don't know. That looks pretty rough, man. That looks like a Unity engine right there.
Maybe.
I wonder.
But yeah, they're bringing it back, and it's running with scissors. Your OG OG crew. So
Damn.
open world, first
Return.
person shooter. Can't wait.
All right, next game here. So this was suggested by Mark on our Discord, and he actually suggested this game for Chi because he said it reminded him of. Oh my God, I've totally forgotten the name of those games. They were Fable. Looked like a Fable game.
It does look like Fable.
Yeah, so this game is called Pine. Recently came out on October 10th. Not early access, full release here. $25, $22.50 on sale right now. An open world action adventure game set in a simulated world in which humans never reach the top of the food chain.
Oh wow.
Mixed reviews. It doesn't look like there's a whole bunch of town, like a bunch of NPCs. I think that's what she really likes. She likes the interaction. I'm basing this on very little, but it looks like it's more about the action and adventuring than it is the personal interconnections between you and other NPCs.
Looks like a very basic though, like RPG, like traditional action RPG, action adventure RPG.
Yeah, more like a Zelda, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's just, and then I don't know, and then even the animation for the character running are very basic.
Yeah,
it looks like a fine game, but nothing about it really stands out to me.
Yep.
It's like the story would have to be fucking awesome in order for you to really play this game.
He's even an elf.
I guess. It looks like the characters from fucking... Why am I the worst with fucking names for games, dude? And it's a game like I played probably yesterday. It's Sea of Thieves.
Oh, okay.
Kind of look like those type of characters.
Sea of Thieves. I don't know. Sea of Thieves looks better than this.
Yeah, it does.
I haven't said this rule in a long time, though. So I'm just going to say it here. If you buy us a game that's over $5 and send it to us on Steam, we will play it and then tell you if you should spend that additional money to get yourself a copy. So there's always that rule. We used to be like, if you buy us any game, we'll play it. But like we were getting so much goddamn trash that I had to put the $5 rule on there. So yeah. Oof.
Wait, didn't you get like the dad?
I'm kind of liking the animation. Oh, that's probably a CGI trailer, actually.
Yeah. The dad in the shower game. Don't shower with dad.
Oh, yeah.
Or
they are having that LBGTQ sale right now, so we could be getting some weird $5 games.
Yeah.
I know Dream Daddy is 69% off. So.
Oh, baby.
dude.
So check that out.
There's a guy that looks on one of those gay ones. It's like just a bunch of 14 men and they're all smiling or whatever. The one on the end looks exactly like Ray. Like exactly.
Maybe
he's definitely a type. I'm not saying he's the type.
Dude, okay. I don't know what it is, but I do get hit on a lot by men. Like a lot. Not a little, like once in a while. A little like dude kind of like is curious. I mean a shitload. Like for instance, my friend invited me to go to Moe's for her birthday.
Well, yeah, dude.
Oh, hold up. I know I'm at a gay bar. I understand that. But
San Diego's premier gay bar.
I know, right?
I always get burned. My head was in a fire, right? And then
Hold up. Even though gay guys are like, maybe they might hit on, like they know when you're gay or not, right? And
No.
yeah, they do.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, they do.
And they're drunk and they're drinking.
Yeah, they do. And I'm there with a bunch of girls, and I'm just like, I don't know, whatever. But I got hit on like a shitload. It wasn't even funny. And then I was driving Lyft. This is fucking. This is back when I was driving Lyft, and I just picked up a dude. He's standing in the passenger seat, and he's I get to his house, and he doesn't get out. He just keeps talking to me, and I'm trying to be nice because the tip, there's always a tip. I was scared of what tip he was gonna give me, but
Wah, wah.
and we were talking, and then he's like, "All right, man. All right, well." He just like slaps my leg, and then he just fucking. I'm not gonna. This is so gay, dude. But like he just really
gives you a squeeze.
like down, and then I'm just like, yo, and I grab his hand, and then when I grab it, we interlock fingers, and then he looks at me, and he's like, oh,
That escalated quickly.
and I was just like, and I was like, dude, I was taking your hand off my thigh, not hold my hand now after you grab my thigh, and he was just looked at me, he's like, oh. Sorry, man, I took the wrong. And I'm like, what? Like, what did I do? I did nothing. You just grabbed my leg, you freak. Like,
No, you grabbed his hand.
and then I'm the one that went overboard, I guess, for grabbing his hand afterwards. But it's happened to me a lot. I get hit on a lot by dudes. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of nice.
It's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I look gay. I don't know. Or maybe Maybe they think I'm a bear, Just
Yeah,
what's up.
that's what I was saying. You're A-type for sure.
Maybe.
All right. Next game here, Worse Than Death.
I saw this game and it looked interesting to me. It's just it's a side-scrolling adventure game, but it's a horror game. And it looks like it's a combination of a point and click and a side scroller, and it's a full-on horror game. And it's a high school reunion that goes horribly wrong.
Can we click on something, Bobby?
Yeah, put on that video. It shows her. It shows how she interacts with with the other characters in the game, and she gets there's little. See, that's like the
Clues.
little clues. You move around, little puzzles, and then I show her running around and hiding. Like if there was audio, you can actually hear like a monster breathing, and then you go and you hide under. There's a bar underneath. See,
The animations for pixel graphics are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It kind of made me feel like Oxen Free or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think more on the adventure side because I feel like it's a little bit more fluent the way the characters move or
A
something.
lot of puzzles too.
Did you
And
ever
then
play
the puzzle-
Lone Survivor?
Never played Lone Survivor.
This reminds me a lot of it. I'll bring up a picture of it, but it looks very similar. At least, the cutscenes appear to be more cartoonish and a lot more animation.
This doesn't look bad.
It doesn't.
What's the
Now,
price
did
on
you
this?
did you throw this on the
$8.
on
Not
there
bad.
before
$8.
or after you hit your new vape pen?
It was today, this morning.
Oh, okay.
So no, I have not
So
smoked it. Yeah.
No, it doesn't look bad. And
No.
maybe October-ish, October-y.
Yeah, that's another reason I kind of picked it. It's a horror game. We're in Halloween. Let's get these horror games on there.
It's got 5 reviews. Can we look at them, Bobby?
Yeah, and I thought
Get an
$8. $8. It's like why not?
Let's
There's
see.
one person playing it right now. They're gonna be 2 or 3. You guys just give it a shot tomorrow when you listen to the podcast. But the reviews,
Yeah,
They're not
4
bad.
out of 5. Official. Boom.
yeah.
This guy calls it a mix of Silent Hill, It, and Scooby Doo. What does that even mean, man? What does that even mean?
Best
It's like
review ever. Game of the year.
I'll take it.
Game of the year. You
okay,
got me.
let me pull up Lone Survivor. This is a game that someone's probably going to get for homework one of these
I think
days.
I own Lone Survivor, and I forgot to do my homework. Holy shit!
Lone Survivor Director's Cut.
Oh, because you don't have it.
What?
That game that you want me to play for my homework.
Deadly Tower of Monsters?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to have it.
No, you don't have it.
Did you play it off of my account?
Maybe. It's
That
possible.
doesn't sound right. I think you played that game before I did.
No,
Possible.
you didn't own it. I looked for it this morning because when I was checking the show notes, I was like, "Oh shit, homework!" And I went on your account. I didn't have it.
I'm envious that you get to play that for the first time. Like, I wouldn't play it again because I really enjoyed it, but I'm glad that you're going to go through
I
it.
want to play it. It's just
good,
who has it? Then Bobby has it. Then
Yeah, I got it.
And
All right.
Bobby, for some reason, his family
Then-
share falls off of my computer constantly. So
Yours
No, it
always falls
doesn't.
off mine, but then it
It's
just goes
been
back.
doing that in general lately.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Well, this is Lone Survivor. This is a
I know which one it is.
yeah, it's a survival horror game, but it's 2D, very pixelated. I remember playing through this many years ago. Really enjoyed this game.
maybe if you don't
different.
use it in a certain amount of time, it falls off. The family share. Sorry.
Possibly, I don't know. Okay,
This
but
is
yeah.
very similar,
yeah,
Yeah, it is very similar.
yeah, it looks very similar there.
but this one has guns, so I prefer it.
Yeah, this one doesn't show like it has guns, but it's probably mainly for the story
And the puzzles.
and the puzzles.
Definitely
The
some-
puzzles are cool. It makes me think
Yeah.
of like totally off, right? But have you ever played the Professor Layton games?
No,
Imagine if Professor Layton games is
I can't because I've never played one.
Okay, so Professor Layton games are detective games for the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
And I think they started coming out on iOS or and Android phones or whatever.
You and she with these DS games, there were some good shit on there.
There
huh?
were some good, like the one that she likes, Attorney one.
Yeah, Attorney one.
Those are really neat.
So the second screen, it just added a lot of functionality, right?
Yeah,
So
you
could,
just
like,
you're writing on it, or you're for your clues or,
or look,
whatever.
yeah. So okay,
But like the Professor Layton games, it's a really nice art style, and your character moves on this, in the whole plane or whatever. It's just kind of like, how they moved in like Final Fantasy, where like the background doesn't move,
yeah.
but like they move like in the little streets or whatever. That's how like Layton was.
Gotcha.
And you click to find puzzles. You open up a puzzle, and then the puzzle looks kind of like this.
First person,
Yeah. So it's well, it
kind of like
depends.
you're
Like,
looking at a desk.
yeah. Some are
Okay.
some are like those, or some are like a cube and you rotate it, or a picture and you put it together. But they're really fun, amazing puzzles. That I felt like this one kind of had that. Like you're running in this 2D space, and then you have a puzzle, And then like that one with like the lock, there's like
Right.
they show a lock that you can turn. It has like different symbols on it. I'm guessing you find these symbols throughout the game, and then you're able to open this thing, right?
Now, I usually joke about the DL gaming bump, but if this doesn't have at least 13 views by next week, I'm going to be really upset.
I know,
Or
right?
players. It has
But the-
5 people,
yeah,
5
yeah.
reviews.
Yeah, 5
One
reviews.
playing right now. One person.
But I don't know. I thought the game looked neat. I did think of Oxen. I did like Lone Survivor. Now I actually do see it. I see some Professor Layton in it.
It's got some
maybe?
interesting tags here: gore, violent, and sexual content.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, wow. This game really gets into it.
Yeah, it does.
All
I'm
right.
curious. I'm really curious.
By
Next
curious.
up is... Wow. All right. Next up is Fallback.
You were telling me about this, right?
I was telling you about this. Yes.
Epic rogue-like adventure with a jetpack and post-apocalyptic. I just came in my panties.
I saw this and I thought about you automatically, the whole
Yeah.
roguelike thing.
Yeah.
And they showed when I clicked on the link to open up the Steam page, they showed a guy playing it.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
feed.
someone's streaming it on Steam.
And
Which, by the way, fantastic. Love it. It saves you that extra time of going on a Switch and
yeah, on
or
its Twitch,
on-
yeah.
yeah, finding somebody playing it.
So I felt like a little bit of like Dead Cells when I looked at it a little bit. Just,
Yeah.
But like if it was this graphics, right?
Yeah, it almost looks like I want to say the guy reminds me of Cloud, and it kind of looks like that setting, that kind of like cyberpunky.
Yeah.
With a big ass sword. Looks dope, man. I'll definitely check it out as long as
Yeah. They
the
have-
reviews are decent.
I was reading all the reviews. Everyone's kind of really into it. People are saying that they get really mad at the game because it gets really hard at certain parts. I watched one of the boss fights. It looked really fucking fun.
Welcome to roguelikes, man.
And it had, you upgrade your character. I don't know what saves, what doesn't save between, plays.
This would be fun to stream.
But it also kind of has like the graphics for the one with the banana with the Pedro game.
Oh yeah.
Kind of saw that
My
too a
friend
little bit.
Pedro.
Yeah,
Did you ever end up playing it?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. I only beat the first chapter
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever, and that's
The
all I
bu-
needed. That's all. It was just that's all I needed for that
The
game.
buttons are hard to get used to.
The buttons.
Yeah.
But this game looked neat. Post-apocalyptic, 2.5D.
Yeah, there's definitely back and forth.
Yeah. So the boss fight looked really neat. Looked really fast. Really cool roguelike, man.
Yeah.
I actually want to try it, and the price tag wasn't that bad. I think it was like $20, I believe.
Let's
So
see.
no, $10, dude.
Wow.
Sold. Come on.
Yeah,
a deal.
sold.
That's
Most likely
really
sold.
cheap. And
Makes
the game
sense.
looks really good. So far, positive reviews.
Yep.
Just came out
Sounds good.
3 days ago.
Only positive because they have 35 reviews.
Yeah.
So
There's multiple characters you can use in the game.
you know,
It looks neat.
and good job by the way, Ray, because I've been looking at like what people like about a podcast recently, and most of the people say it's like finding games that nobody else talks about. Mm-hmm. Like Rusty Bagels, he's like, I love the DLG. When he was on the podcast, he's like, I love them recommending games that I buy and then never play. So we're like proprietors of your backlog.
Yeah, we add to your addiction for your backlog. That's
Yeah.
all we do. No, but yeah, I was looking at these games, man. Looks freaking awesome. I really want to try this one, but there's just I started because like I have Borderlands,
Yeah,
but I haven't given it the time.
dude.
I just can't. So I've been playing little games like this,
Yeah.
and that's why I started looking for more games like this because I feel like right now, with all the stuff I have on my plate, this is the time I have for little games like this.
Deadly Tower is going to be good too for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a short game. So yeah, that game is Fallback. All right, next up we've got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020.
In order for me to put this on there, it had to be fucking impressive as shit. Christian, my business partner and semi-brother-in-law, he is wild about aviation. So he's like, dude, have you seen Flight Simulator? Is fucking awesome. And I was like, all right, sure.
Flight Simulator.
Let me check it out. And
that looks pretty.
It's actually really impressive. The graphics are, really, really good. I'll take it right from Ray. And but the important part here is that they took all the data from the Google Earth and put it into their. So the engine, I guess, reads Google Earth as you're flying around, cleans up the graphics, and so it's the first game ever to use the entire Earth as its map. So the entire thing's there.
Seattle Stadium right there.
I don't know what it is. Maybe. There's 45,000 airports. Every single
airport's accessible.
What?
You can go. You can
land at any airport.
Oh shit!
Apparently every plane that they could get licensed is going to be in there. Like, if this is your jam, this is your jam, dude. Like, Christian is thinking about building a PC just for this, and I did tell him, but what is it that makes these flight simulators so taxing? It's CPU intensive, correct? Is that what you generally?
I don't know. I've never really played these, but I would assume so. Yeah.
I do remember something about these games. If I couldn't, I remember I could play some games, but then Flight Simulator, I don't know, 1998 or whatever the fuck it was, I couldn't play it.
Yeah.
It was
they're
so
CPU
laggy.
intensive, I believe, and so that's why you need like a monster rig to run these. A lot of the times, but now that it's combining graphics and a lot of computation at the same time.
Cool.
And these guys are the guys that usually go with the 3 monitors going around and the stick and all that. So you're talking like a $7,000 rig, probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can fly this, you can really.
I would imagine so, or pretty close.
You can actually get close to actually maybe at least turning on the fucking plane, right?
Except for, oh yeah. Well, I've talked to Christian about this, and also this game talks about it too. I saw the trailer. There's like so many fucking checklists, and this is why there's so little deaths in aviation. Mm-hmm. There's before the pre-flight, there's like the like showing up to the plane. Do you have everything that you need, right? Then there's the pre-flight. Then there's the pre-takeoff checklist. Then there's the post-takeoff checklist. So you got to go. There's so much redundancy that goes over to make sure that everything's working.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, they're in the game too. So you would even know the checklist if you needed to. Yeah, so I think you could do fucking just about anything. Water looks awesome. Water looks awesome in every game.
No.
Yeah. I think water's easy to do now.
I was watching like how they actually use the Unreal 4 engine and actually start building like stuff, and they just use like the stuff that comes with the game. I mean, with the whatever processing thing is. What is it? What's it called? The engine. And they like, it comes with like generic trees and generic walls and generic,
oh yeah.
Like ones you don't have to create, I guess. 'Cause I'm guessing, depending on what game you create your own, textures or whatever. And they showed just some guy. It was just putting down trees and floors and stuff. And I was like, that already looks like a fucking bomb ass game. Like, that's awesome. This engine's amazing.
Back in the day, I had the idea that we make a game for the DLG, like the simplest game ever, like a room where you just walk up and push a button and it plays our podcast every week. Like, we upload it, right? That way we can get onto Steam with a podcast, like sneakily, right? So I told my friend that fucking makes games. I was like, dude, what do you think about this idea? And I would say in like 15 minutes, he's like this. And they had everything. I was like, dude, are you a wizard that stands for good or for evil? Because you definitely have powers. Because, all that pre-rendered shit, it's just in there. You just drag and drop.
Drag and drop.
He made a room with a button. He even put an aquarium. I was like, all right, dude. You have to take it to the next level. I don't know why we never did anything like that. I guess it's kind of sneaky. That's why we didn't do it. I thought it was a great idea, though. I think Bobby shot me down.
We probably could have made a killing on the Steam cards.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get DLG dick joke card?
Flight Simulator 2020. I've always wanted to try these games. I just never.
I think they gotta be boring, dude.
Once
you're up in the air, it's gotta be kind of boring.
There's this video on YouTube where this guy is the guy in the radio tower. You guys ever see that video?
No.
This guy just like does the amazing voice, like Charlie Barnard, fucking Fight Nighter, blah blah. Like, what's here or whatever. You're landing, and there's guys just like, hey, yeah, we're gonna fucking land this shit. Okay, bro, you're not supposed to talk that way on the guy's super proper, doing everything like awesome. And then some guys, you see the background, some helicopter fucking like going crazy and then crashing. He's like, well, that guy was probably drunk. Anyways, the video is so good. I'm gonna post it on the Discord. It's really funny, but they're playing that game, and I don't know. It would be kind of fun to have, because I guess people really take their job like in the game like very serious.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
it would be
Maybe with all
neat.
those GTA role playing, then Flight Simulator role playing could really take off.
Yeah.
There was a guy. What the fuck was I going to say? Oh, I was talking to this guy. He did air traffic control in the Navy, and when he got out, he didn't even pursue it in real life. He said this because it pays really well. You start at like 120,000, but he's like, I wasn't even going to touch it, man. He's like, if you have a bad day at that job, people die. That's fucking
Pretty
rough,
much.
dude. There's so much stress, and their turnover is like 7 years. Like nobody lasts at that job.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a low stress job. All right, time to talk about some games that we have been playing here.
Bobby, you go first.
I'm going first. All right, I'll talk about Killing Floor 2.
How do you have a sweater on, dude?
Because I don't have any clean shirts and I'm not wearing a shirt underneath.
My ears are sweating.
It got hot in here, dude. Open the door.
Always does.
Fuck, man.
All
Hey, can you
right.
give me another beer?
They're $8 each, dude.
Tell her I'll pay her later.
Okay, so we got a Halloween update for Killing Floor 2. Everyone's got their Halloween update. This one, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, not super great. Like, it's all right. It's pretty good. You know, it's new content. But last year, I liked the map a little bit better. Here's what you're getting with the Halloween update on Killing Floor 2. You're getting 5 new guns. The only one I really tested out much was the medic has a heal thrower, and that's exactly what it sounds like, right?
They added a lightsaber.
They got well, it's probably just a skin. But so the heal thrower is like a flamethrower, except it heals your teammates, also poisons the enemies. But yeah, 5 new guns, 2 new maps. One of them is an objective map, so you run around and do different things. It's all right. The Ashwood Asylum, the new map, is pretty good. Last year's I enjoyed so much more. It was like this, of course, haunted like mansion, but it was like a party was going on. There was a lot of neon. There was a lot of fun stuff, and of course, all the monsters are dressed up in Halloween skins. It's just nice to come back to Killing Floor 2. I finally capped my medic. My medic is level 25 now, which was cool. Working on my commando. It was great to come back to the game, but really just I don't know.
I've never played this game.
It's great. So it's a wave survival game. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's got.
It looks
up
like
to
if it's
6
like
players.
Call of Duty Zombies over and over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, sir.
But I don't know. I like it. But out of all the wave survival games, this one is my absolute favorite. I played a lot of Killing Floor 1, so I already kind of liked it. But it's all about getting headshots, and they have this random slow motion, and each class has all these different perks that you can slowly upgrade. It's a great game, and a lot of people on Discord play it. It's worth picking up.
Still $20 or 30? It was
$30, but they probably had a sale. Yeah, it's still on sale, $15 right now. I always find the Christmas updates to be better, although I don't know how they're going to top last year. It was a Gary Busey's Christmas with Gary Busey doing the actual dialogue lines like that.
Yeah, I remember you thought that it was somebody playing it.
I was
another player
100%
playing it.
sure that it was fake for like a while. And then I finally looked it up and I'm like, oh, wow, that actually is Gary Busey, which I guess not a big surprise. What else does he have going on?
How much are you on the internet, Bobby?
This is really good, man.
Do you? I know, I like it.
I'm on the internet, but I'm not on like Twitter or, all
See
the
that
social
lightsaber?
media.
That's a lightsaber.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, like a fire sword.
It's a fucking lightsaber, dude.
Gotta be a skin. I don't know. Oh, that's the new Berserker weapon.
Yeah. I can't be a skin on like the official like trailer.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a chance to play that. The Berserker might be good now. It's just so weird because I played this game right when it came out, 2015, in
Everything's
early
changed.
access. It hasn't really changed. There's been a lot of balance updates, but they've added so much, like so many new classes, different types of enemies, like a ton of new maps, just like endless maps now.
That's how the first one was. I mean, the amount of DLC on the fucking first one was insane.
Yeah,
Like,
the first one was out forever.
I think they're even better, more than Borderlands 2. I would say more DLC than
No,
Borderlands
it's
2.
impossible.
I think
We
it's
still got
possible,
DLC in Borderlands like 2 right now.
Roll that beautiful bean footage, Bobby. let's compare them.
What, Killing Floor
Killing
1?
Floor 1
Well, nothing
DLC.
tops the Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty has the most DLC, and even like you look at some Tomb Raider
Call of
games,
Duty?
because they even split it up. Like, oh, this weapon skin has its own DLC. So
yeah.
if you want to break it down
Really?
like that,
Call of Duty has that. Call of Duty, I've never really seen Call of Duty have that much DLC.
Oh yeah, dude. If you look at the pack, like Call of, I don't even know which one to look up. Like, what's one that's probably like 5 years old?
Black Ops 3
Black
is
Ops
almost
3.
almost.
This is Black Ops 2.
Yeah, so we're
36.
it needed to load. I was like, "You're full of shit, Bobby," and then it needed to load. There's 36.
Yeah, but let's see, how much does Borderlands 2 have?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see.
got to be more than 36, man. Because they do individual.
Yeah, dude. Their DLC had DLC. It's like the
Yeah.
same thing.
Let's see.
And then they had like baby DLCs.
This DLC is the product of
48.
that DLC. 48.
There you go.
All right, one more. The one that I said was number one.
Killing Floor 1?
Killing
I
Floor
don't know.
1.
Payday 2 might have more.
Oh,
DLC.
yes. Payday 2 had like a
2 had
shitload. Let's see.
Killing Floor. Okay. This game, by the way, Killing Floor 1 would run on anything. God. Okay, this one has
21.
21 there. Hold on. In that, no. There's more. In that section, I think. No? All right. 21.
Yeah, that was it. But Payday 2, let's see. I'm curious now. Payday 2, how much DLC? If I can type it right. Oh, my God. This is like the worst.
How many cardboard boxes do you need, Bobby? Let's make him a fort, dude.
When we're going live, and then we'll see a fucking box for it on the left.
I don't know if you got to that point of Borderlands 3, dude, but like it's they're barely going. They're making their first plans to like what they're gonna do. I think we should go to planet, and we're gonna get every vault weapon and steal it away from the Calypsos, and then that way they won't be able to attack us with that. And then the other one's like, I don't know, I don't think we should do that. And then Claptrap says, I think we should stay here and build a fort.
All right, so Payday 2 has 50 DLC.
There we go. That was the winner.
Damn.
Ding, ding, ding. By 2, not by much.
You know, the one that probably has the most is probably that racing game on Microsoft.
Forza?
Forza, because it's every game's a DLC. I mean, every car has like there's one pack.
I don't think there's any
and that
Forza on
pack
Steam.
and that pack has like 10 cars. No, that's not on Steam.
Oh, okay.
It's not on Steam.
No, that's on their
But
store.
Forza has.
Who wants to do the homework? Find out what game has the most DLC. It's probably a train game, like
It's probably some random
Yeah.
ass fucking game, dude.
All right,
Yeah. Well, what was the flight simulator? Did that one have a lot of?
I bet
no,
each
no.
plane.
It is. I think the train simulator. That doesn't have a lot of DLC.
You know which one I wanted to play? I wanted to play that fucking farm simulator. I don't know why.
Oh, God.
fucking what's his name likes it? Fractal Josh.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He says he likes to do weird things on it. Oh my gosh!
Look at that. 549.
Yeah, Josh just looks like he does weird shit.
Wait, where'd it go, dude? It couldn't. It just broke the Steam page when I tried to load the DLC. Oh no, I clicked on one.
I actually kind of miss Josh. He was a cool dude to hang out
Yeah,
with.
he's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude. Like,
We didn't even
I,
give him a free plug.
like I wouldn't mind like, hey, let's go have a beer. Fuck it, let's go, bro. He's a really cool dude to talk to.
Yeah, for sure.
Like super cool dude to talk to.
If you're thinking about building a PC, definitely check out Fractal Design,
Yeah.
dude. Seriously, it's good shit. We wouldn't have like right now. Well, we'll talk about it later. Bobby, I got to make sure to give you those drugs.
We gotta start. Oh, the brain pills.
Yeah,
I wanted.
yeah,
Oh,
take
yeah.
some. I got a bunch.
I want some brain pills.
We got a potential client on the hook.
Dude,
We'll
this
see.
DLC is still going.
But we want to see if we get super high
Watch like
first.
next episode. It'll be like, "What's up, guys?" All fucking smart as fuck. 'Cause that's how smart people talk. That's just letting you guys know. That's how smart people talk. Swear to God.
That's how you hear them. Wow, this guy's really
This
smart.
guy's a fucking genius. Holy shit! I can't even
Taking
say.
notes. Mirror in the mirror in the mirror in the
I
mirror.
can't even say Buttons or Bethesda. Fuck. This guy.
Okay. All right.
Falling Sand roguelike. That look at the dude roguelike about sand falling.
Oh, I finally I listened to our podcast for the live show, and there was that part where they were all trying to be us.
Dude, the whole episode was so good, and
I thought it was
then
good.
and then the TwitchCon part was really, and then we went to when they became us. That was really good.
She had a good point. I was like, half the podcast was you talking about TwitchCon. She's
Yeah.
like, you guys left me. What else was I supposed to do?
We did leave.
I was like, you're so right.
No, but then when we came back and tried to cut her off, she got mad, so she can't say that.
Or maybe she was mad about us leaving.
Yeah, maybe.
But
We were doing cartwheels in the back.
what was my point? Oh, like everybody was trying to be everybody, and Days didn't really say much, and I think I could say the wheel says like, how can I be Emilio without being racist? Anyway, it was a good time.
I think that's what that was the issue, because I did notice when like DJ Warconius was like, he kind of had to think a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm like, just be racist.
Yeah, just be racist,
but not but
next
like,
time.
But the good racist.
Yeah,
I think
the comedy racist.
We need like a competition where people can submit. I don't know, but then they need like 4 people together. Well, they could do it on Discord. I don't know.
Yeah, people redo the hot ones all the time. The eating the spicy wings, like people do it in their homes, or like other famous people do it too. Mm-hmm. But they have 7 million listeners, and we have 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real listeners.
Maybe if we could get some people on Discord to try to imitate us, some people who think they could.
That's quite a production. Maybe just like over Discord.
That's what I'm saying, over Discord. Yeah, they could do it. They would love to do it.
How many pairs of shoes do you have, Bobby? I feel
like 20.
That's good, man. That's a lot.
My case Swiss today. These ones are not comfortable.
You're kind of like a sneakerhead, but without like spending the big bucks, right? In a way.
Yeah, dude, I'm not chasing like Air Max 95s or anything crazy, dude. No.
See, that's why I don't like. I'll buy shoes because they're kind of pricey and I like them, but I only have 5.
And then you'll actually wear them.
And I wear them all the time.
Like I've seen you wear those as much as I wear my shoes.
Yeah, these are my most worn ones.
Which are Yeezys, no?
No. These are NMGs.
Oh.
NMGs or NMDs. Sorry,
all right.
NMDs from Adidas. And these are special edition. They only came out for a while. They're like some.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Those things are horrendous.
They're fucking awesome. The bottom part.
Yeah, it's the worst part.
Dude, and then the ultra boost technology that they have on Adidas, dude, most comfortable fucking shoe out there.
All right, whatever, man.
I just dropped.
I've heard they're really good. I hate those shell toes though. I've never really liked Adidas because of that. But
shell toe? What does that mean?
Shell toes,
Oh, like that thing in the front, that hard piece of plastic.
Yeah, it's like that. You know, they always have those Adidas shell toe.
Oh.
You know that? Yeah, that thing right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you don't like the look?
But like Adidas are so different now, man. Adidas is like the whole different style.
Of course,
now.
Bobby brings up the 1954 Adidas.
Yeah,
no, they had these for the longest time. Yeah, they always get dirty, and I don't know. Adidas never fit me right. I find them very uncomfortable, but I haven't worn any of their newer shoes.
They're different now, dude. It's like the real Nike Adidas battle really started once the sneakerhead things started.
Yeah,
because they were like, well, let me find the artist, or let me find the fucking athlete that's really gonna sell them, and then the design started changing, and now it's just fashion. Like these shoes are fucking fashion now.
And the beginning of that, I was just watching the history of hip hop on Netflix. It's really good. I mean, it's funny that I watch rap battles but I don't listen to rap, but I watch all the rap stuff. I don't know why. Anyway, so I was watching that, and the reason that what's his name is so fucking rich. The guy that started Def Jam, the guy with the lisp. He's bald. I forget. He's like the first rap mogul. Anyway, he started Run DMC. Russell Simmons. He started Run DMC.
Obviously, the black guy.
They had a song called My Adidas, so he's like, "Hey, dude, we're selling you some sneakers. Come check out one of our shows." So they went to one of their shows, and they had a certain part. All right, everybody raise up their Adidas and like the whole crowd, I would say 80% of the crowd raised up their Adidas while they're singing My Adidas, and they signed them that day. It was the first non-athlete to get a contract through
well, dude, look at what Kanye is doing with the Yeezys, man. It's a fucking it's like a cult in a way. Like people are still so obsessed with Yeezys. Yeezys came out 2-3 years ago. I don't even know when they came out. I really don't want to say, but it's probably been more. It's probably been 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years, I'd say.
But Yeezys came out and they were a thing, and then he's been manipulating the market when it comes to shoes, where some will release more, some release less. He'll come out with different models of the same one. It's all calculated. It's ridiculous. And then they resell. Like there's websites like StockX.
Or your brother.
Yeah, or my brother does it. My brother's a major sneakerhead. He resells like a motherfucker. And this guy he just got the new Jordan Travis Scott's, and he has like 5 boxes at home. People couldn't even get like in line for them, dude. It's ridiculous. But this motherfucker has 5.
Yeah, you build your connection.
Yeah, well, he has bots.
Oh, okay.
You got to get those. If you You want to sell shoes, you're gonna get those bots. But it's just crazy how this is like a huge thing now. It's just ridiculous. There's cons for this, like the sneaker con or whatever.
Oh, right.
Where people are just selling.
No DLG con. Don't get it.
Yeah, you can't compare to that. Holy shit.
Thank you, Clown Lotion, by the way.
Yeah.
Only black guy talking about the only black guy we've talked about this episode.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Let's talk about some other games you guys have been playing. John Wick Hex.
I play it. You played it?
I played it.
Oh, nice.
I played it. I got to beat the second boss. I don't know what you call this type of game. I don't know. You guys have played these games. I have not. I got it because it said John Wick.
Right.
That's the only reason why I bought this game.
And it looks sick.
It looked sick, and I thought it was going to be like this super crazy, fast-paced action. It's not, but it is at the same time.
Right. It's something where you methodically plan your moves, and then the moves play out, correct?
Yeah, no. It's actually... you're fucking wrong. No, I'm joking. No, it's a... What kind of game is this? There's a grid, and you only get to move, let's say, up to 5 spaces every time. I still don't know...
Turn-based tactical?
It's that's what I'm thinking. Some guys are gonna attack them only when they're too close to you, or you can shoot them depending if they're in.
Do they get their turn and then you get your turn?
No, it's just once you make that move,
it plays out at the same time.
Yeah, plays out at the same time.
Okay, there's a name for that. I don't know what it is, but it's.
I just call it a strategy game.
Pretty much.
But it's like you start off, like the game starts off and you're in an alley. Like, let's just so you kind of understand what's going on. You're in an alley, you come out a door, and there's 10 spots in front of you can move to, right?
Yeah.
But if you actually count them, it's only like 5, distance. Yeah, so you go to the furthest one. As you're moving, enemies start coming into the scene.
Right.
If you moved those 5 spaces, then that gives like the enemies five spaces to move.
Yeah.
And which could have been, if I would have moved 2,
they would have moved 2.
He only opened the door, which gives you 1 move to shoot him.
Okay, so you have an action at the end of your moves.
Yeah, there's a bar on top too that moves, and it has certain levels. So it's just how you
spend your points.
Yeah, but there's no points.
I mean, how you spend your bar?
Yeah, there's
tactically
there's bars on the bottom. There's like the bullets. There's your health, and there's the focus. The focus lets you see further in the map. And when your focus starts getting smaller, you actually can't see anything around you because you can't focus because you can't focus to your environment. And there's a refocus button. You click on it. When you do that, it actually he like shakes his head and he's like, "Get in the game, motherfucker!" And then like boom, you can see these guys come in.
I just saw a drop down grid with a lot of different.
So that's when you right click on the characters, on the enemies,
and see what options.
And it gives you options. Yeah, if they're too far away, obviously you only got shoot.
He just slapped the waiter.
Yeah, so when they get close to you, you can strike them, push them, or takedown. Takedown's your number one thing. They get close to you, but see that there's a wait button on the right bottom corner. When you press wait, you don't do anything, but it gives the enemies 1 move.
Okay.
And
in case you want to ambush.
Yeah. So you can stay behind a wall and just keep putting wait. Hopefully the guy will get to you, or if he has no clue you're there, he's never going to move there anyways, or maybe he might. And then if he gets close enough, you do a takedown.
I really like how that blacks out because he can't see what's on the other side of that.
Exactly. So that's what you can't see. So that's why you press the wait button, and then you make them visible. Also, when it comes to shooting, there's like a percentage of what if you're actually going to hit him or not.
So would you call this like a thinking man's Hotline Miami?
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Dude, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like roll in, slap that guy, take this guy's gun. Because
this game could totally be if you could just move John Wick everywhere and these guys are coming in, because they do come in at like the same time, kind of.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Until you get it.
Yeah, until you get it.
Yeah.
It does, but then again, they come out the same door, but they won't always make a left or a right. They do kind of.
I'm kind of sold on this. A question also. After you're done with the level, do you get a recap and it plays it in real time?
Yes.
That's
the coolest part.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to get to.
You would have to do this in a game like this.
Yeah, so you're playing this, and it's kind of slow, and you're kind of like, and then...
Methodical.
Yeah, because when I first started, I started getting like a little bored.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We're like, oh, this is kind of boring, and I was kind of moving really fast, but then I started dying, and I'm like, no, I want to fucking win. So I started taking my time, using the wait button a lot more, using more takedowns than shooting bullets, because then you capture other people's attention, and then you get shot way less, because the moment you're in view to the other character, they have an opportunity to shoot. So you have like a second to move out of the way. Hopefully, like he can't hit you or not, whatever.
I think everything you're talking about is happening on the screen.
Yeah, I know.
It's pretty cool. So this is probably the replay that we're watching.
Yeah, so you watch, and then at the very end, once you make it to the end of the level, because it's just the whole grid. There's a starting and there's an end. You have to make it to the end thing, and then if you get to the end thing and there's still one enemy kind of semi close, you can't leave that part of the map until you kill that guy. Then you kill him, and then the old little there's chapters, I guess, and each chapter has like 5 levels, and each level is just as long as the other one. They go up and down. There's like multiple stories, so some guy can be shooting you from the second story.
Oh, I thought you meant like when you're like multiple stories. I was like, so you could be bad or good.
No. The actual story is like in a building.
Yeah.
They're all the original voice actors except for Keanu. I haven't heard him talk, so I don't. Unless maybe at the end he talks, which I don't know yet.
I would be surprised that he wouldn't do this, but I don't know.
But they're all the originals, and it has a really cool little story. It's a side story aside from the movie, so it's not, it has nothing to do with the movie. Well, it does and it doesn't. It has.
Is it between two of the movies or nothing at all? They don't even.
No, it's like this. It's like before.
Oh, okay.
I think it's before. I think it's before.
When you're still working for the mafia, probably.
Yeah, and so far I'm really enjoying it, man. And I'm not I'm not a big fan of these games, but it's just it had John Wick on it. I love the movie. You run out of bullets, you pick up guns from the characters, and you reload, you bandage, because you do have to also focus on those things too, because you'll be on 2 health, and then when you want to bandage, you start bandaging. And then
somebody runs up on you.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah. I remember the last level I beat before I was like, fuck, because it took me forever to beat this one little level. It was one of those where I'm at the little part where I'm at the exit, and I'm standing there and it says you can't exit because there's more people there, and I'm like, fuck, I only had 2 health. I look back, and there's these 2 guys walking up, and I'm like, shit. I keep pressing wait. The moment the guy says it was like a 90% to like hit, I shot him, hit him once, missed that shot. The other guy got into fucking.
You missed the 90%er?
Yeah, yeah, because they take 2 shots to die, and then the other guy came. I shot him twice. Pop, dies. So it's just the one guy with the 1 shot left, but it's his turn to shoot. So he fucking fires out both bullets, both fucking miss, and then I just shoot my bullet.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got lucky.
So it's like very slow action.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's like, It's like, dude, I survived. All right, cool. Boom.
Dude, I like
fun, man.
I like what you're saying. Bobby, you interested?
Yeah, it looks like a good game. Cool. I mean,
I've never been a fan of these, man, and like I really.
Well, they're not a lot like this.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This looks a little different in some ways.
Yeah, this looks almost like.
It's like a lot of things I've seen in other games, but they're all put together in this one.
It's slow. It's a little slow. It's like, because I was expecting something faster, but then it pays off at the end when especially if you did do it right. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you have an option to throw your gun at the dude. It's pretty funny.
There's a little frozen synapse in this, and there's a little.
It almost seems like Super Hot in a way.
Yeah, Super Hot. That's the other one that I was going to say.
Yeah, it is kind of like Super Hot. Nothing moves until you move.
Yeah.
So everything's frozen. See, right there, he's around the corner.
Yeah.
And then he was able to throw his gun at him, knock him out. Because sometimes you go into a room and there's... See, I wouldn't have done that because you have the guy up there that was...
You can't use the first guy as a human shield?
No.
No, that's not an option.
No, the bullet just kind of went
John
through
Wick.
him. But the game, I don't know. So far, I'm liking it. I am going to beat it. I don't think it's really that long of a game, to be honest. No.
Was it $15?
It was $14.99 when it came out, but it was on sale. Remember that Epic Store sale that Borderlands dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $7, $7.50 when I got
Kick
it.
myself in the ass for not picking that up.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's actually a pretty neat game. I didn't think I was going to like it.
JD, thanks for the sub, man.
1 year.
And he's doing that shit while he's selling snakes, slanging snakes. There's an event this weekend.
We saw some big ass snakes in the zoo yesterday.
We did.
They were creepy. There was one following like.
That's the best part, really. It's the only animals we got to see.
Yeah, I know. They were still fucking around, right?
Yeah.
They're creepy ass bitches.
They still have that Komodo dragon, right?
They had the Komodo dragon.
Yeah, there's a Komodo dragon.
There is a Komodo dragon.
No, they were sleeping, bro.
But we didn't. No, the Komodo dragon's actually outside. I remember it used to be outside, wasn't it?
No, it's in the snake enclosure, but he's got a huge area and it's on the corner. And it's not outside. It's got a big glass wall.
Then it wasn't. He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
They
then.
moved him.
There was a section that was like closed off. Maybe.
No, he flew
There's
away.
a lot closed off. Actually, there's a lot of work going on there.
Yeah, they're building the children's zoo right next to it.
The show's on true.
Shit, right, bro.
All right.
I'm practicing my Sims talk.
So, Killer Queen Black is a game that a lot of people have been talking about recently. And I know I took a look at this and I was like, doesn't look any good. But then people were talking about it on Discord.
You were so wrong.
Well, because everyone was talking about it on Discord, I was like, there's got to be something I'm not seeing about this game. So I went to the Steam page, started reading some of the reviews and seeing how people were describing it. And I'm like, oh, this actually sounds really good. And Ray, you had a chance to play it this week. Right?
Okay, so I have an essay due tomorrow and a night. So I'm fine. I'm almost done. I'm just doing like revisions on it.
Okay.
And
What does it have to do with this?
because this
This is why it's not done.
Yeah, this is why it's not done. So I turned on my computer, loaded up Discord, and it said free game, fucking Killer Black Queen or whatever, some shit like that. And I was like, all right, cool, fucking I'm down for the Black Queen, and I just installed it, whatever, and I don't know how it happened or whatever, and I was just like, oh, I wonder what other games are on Nitro, because I thought the games were gone, and then I clicked on library, whatever, and then I was just like, let me try this free game I just got.
I had heard that they were getting rid of games on Nitro, so I was surprised that you didn't say that.
I don't know what the date was on that, but yeah, that is the plan.
So I loaded it up, and they have a training mode, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't train for bitches. So I just went straight to the game, and they have ranked and unranked mode. And I started playing it, and then I noticed characters were like me characters, and I'm like, oh shit, this is crossplay. There's people playing on Switch. And I'm like, cool. Holy shit, I couldn't stop playing this game for 3 hours.
I did look at this.
For 2-3 hours, I couldn't fucking stop playing this game. It's a super advanced version of Duck Game.
Okay.
But this is a full-on team playing. If you have your 4-man squad and you're ready to go, you will fuck people up because this is very strategic. This is like
not very.
No, very. I'm
looking at Duck Game.
Well, somebody was describing it as a MOBA and a platformer.
Which kind of reminds us of what, Bobby? What's that other one?
Awesome Knots.
Awesome Knots.
But Awesome Knots was so much fun, but that's way different. Not even close to Awesome Knots.
But this looks like when I saw the like screenshots, I was like, yeah, it looks like Duck Game. It looks like Joust, if you want to get really old here.
Yeah.
But you have teams, and you can kind of power up or level up, and each of the team members have different responsibilities, and there's different ways for you to win. There's different win objectives.
Yeah, so you have economy, which is collecting the berries. You collect the berries, you throw them on a grid, you fill up the whole grid. Once the whole grid's filled up, you win by economic victory.
What the fuck did you just say to me? Did you tell me to collect the berries?
Collect the berries. The other one is by snail. There's a snail on the map, and it has like a little path. Whenever you jump on the snail, the snail starts to move really fucking slow.
You're not with the berries and the snails. You're not selling me, man.
Hold up, motherfucker. I'll put it this way: I was playing a game. This is probably like on my 5th game yesterday or 2 days ago. Super intense game. You get to pick.
There's berries and snails everywhere.
There's workers and there's the queen. So you get to pick workers or queen. Workers get to choose their role during the game.
Okay.
Or you can just stay a worker the whole time, and which means you just collect berries,
right?
Throw them on those grids, fill them up. But then the workers are the only ones that can jump on the snail too. Snail has a path. Let's just say it's a straight line. It starts right in the middle. Whoever jumps on it starts moving towards their goal.
It's almost like a
if you
TF2 like cart.
The little cart, starts moving, and then like someone kills it, the cart stops moving. You jump in, it starts going the separate way.
Okay.
The other way, right? The workers can also grab a berry, go into one of the I forgot what they're called. Let's call them
hive.
let's call them a transformation chamber.
Okay.
And you jump in there, put a berry in there, and then you pick either if you want a sword or a shield or a gun and a what do you call that thing that spins?
Gatling gun?
No. It's like a stick,
Washing
and a
machine.
chain, a
Ballerina.
stick, chain, and a ball with spikes.
Mace?
A mace.
Ball in a cup. Oh.
A mace. Ball in a cup. Ball in a cup. Oh man, that's South Park, right?
No, that's
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Yeah. But and you can actually do that with a ball and cup too. Actually, you fucking swing that thing around. So you, but then
Bring it home for us, right?
Hold on. The queen has so much, like, the queen's just that one chick that's just freaking chick, sorry. But she's flying around, and she just fucks everyone up. But she can also touch these transformation chambers to lock them only to your color, either blue or gold. So if the queen touches all of them, none of your workers can transform into, the sword, shield, mace, or gun.
Oh, okay.
And then if all your workers are, went into those little chambers, then you have no one to ride the snail and no one to pick up berries. Dude, trust me, this game's fucking awesome.
It just sounds ridiculous.
It sounds ridiculous.
I'm sure it's fun.
Honestly, well, think about it, dude. It's like Killer Queen Black. The name to start off is fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I was in a game. Oh, and then the queen can die. She can revive 3 times. So so there's economic by berries, win by berries,
That's
win by
exactly
snail.
what I was going to say. There's multiple ways to win.
So win by snail, win by berries, economic, or win by military, which is by killing the
Kill
queen.
the queen 3 times.
Kill the queen 3 times.
Can workers damage the queen?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you pick the sword, the gun, or the mace. The mace is also really good for if you have a mace guy, you're standing next to the little grid where you deposit the berries. The guy, he's just spinning it the whole time.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how you fuck up the little worker bears trying to collect berries.
Okay, so I'm a little busy collecting berries, right? I see that my homie's having trouble at the snail. Can I sneak over there and help him at the snail?
You can.
Then go back to berry.
You can.
Okay.
You can.
So there's a lot of that, I'm guessing.
There's a
going
lot
on.
of like we were having this awesome battle, man. It's like almost everyone was.
How much is this, Bobby?
$20.
$20.
Oof.
Dude, this is one of the few games that look like crap.
4-pack for $60.
And fuck it, dude. It's worth it.
DLG?
So, dude.
4-pack?
We were, so I was playing this, and it was where everyone was a fucking, like, either had a gun or the mace.
So everybody had shit.
So everyone had shit. And it was just a battle, dude. And it was just it was epic. People were like, I guess they started collecting berries, but then they stopped. They were going all over the place. And we had, both queens had 1 health each. This was like probably the longest game we've ever had. And it was just super intense, and everyone's going at it, and you see everyone dying, and then the game fucking ends. I'm like, what the fuck? One dude, since everyone was fighting the whole time, jumped on the snail and just kept on riding and rode it. But battles were so epic, and we were like, because like
caught up in the moment.
Yeah, because I was a queen. Because like when you can pick, I want to be a worker, I want to be a queen, or or I don't mind, either. You put either. But I always put either, and then I ended up with a queen that time. We were going at it like hard, like destroying everyone, and it was just really fucking fun. And you can tell everyone was so focused on that battle, and that one dude just went, "Fuck this!" Everyone's so focused on it. Let me go hop on the fucking snail.
Yeah.
And he did, and he fucked us up. He won that round, And
good for him.
But I was playing with this one dude. And this dude was on the Switch because he had like his little me or whatever the fuck the Wii Miis or whatever the fuck they're called, and he was all right, guys. So I'm okay. So I need 1 guy on mace. I need 1 guy on sword. 1 guy stay a worker, please. I need you. And I was just like, oh shit,
calling commands out.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, that makes yeah, we won. Just
Nice.
like back to back to back to back.
That shit would happen on Black Wake too, Bobby. If you had a good commander or a good captain, like. If somebody knew what's going on.
Yeah, the guy knew exactly what was going on, and I guess it started happening when we started playing ranked games. Because like I started playing the ranked games, and I still need a couple more to.
Oh, wow. So how many people are playing this right now? Let's take a look.
Not many, dude. It only has 54 reviews.
It doesn't even show here. But I imagine.
But you were
since
playing it.
If you're playing against people on other consoles.
Yeah, so I'm playing it on Discord. Can I play with people on Steam? No, right? It's just,
well, if you're playing
I would
people on the
imagine
Switch,
so.
I don't see why
Yeah,
not.
I'd imagine so. I imagine it would be easier.
Yeah. Now, this game was originally a cabinet game, an arcade game, I had heard.
dude, this game was ridiculous, man. I haven't gotten that hooked in like a competitive game in a while.
Dude, I saw this because it was on the front page of Steam. That doesn't make sense either, dude. That it only has 57 reviews and it was on the front page of Steam.
You can throw the berries too into that little grid thing. That's
But
pretty.
Bobby, read the descriptor. Like when I first read it, like the ultimate arcade esports. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like this is they're trolling. They got to be trolling. And I didn't even pay attention.
I was like, it's free for a reason. That's what I thought. And no, man. Like, if people start buying this and playing on our Discord, and I can't play, I will buy this game on Steam if I can play with you guys, because this game is just so much fun, man. It's ridiculous,
Dude. I feel like next week we're gonna change the podcast name to the QBL or whatever. What is it called? What is the game called?
Killer Queen Black.
The KQB DLG. The podcast is just about this game now. So
This game was really good, man. It's just
it seems like it, dude.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time where I just pick up a random game where it's just like, holy I got addicted. I got really fucking addicted to it.
Nice, cool. I'll try it out. Or $20 is fucking steep, dude.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But
it's dependent on the player base too. So if nobody's playing this game, it's
hard to read that.
It's
when
worth it. It's
amongst
worth
a
it.
lot
I
of
never
players.
waited because there's in the matchmaking. It wouldn't take me more than 20 seconds to find a good match, and so I think it's worth it. I think everyone should give it a shot. I know it's. You look at the you look okay just by looking at this video. You just go, fuck
Yeah, it doesn't
that.
look like much.
That's not
Well, that's what I'm
worth
saying. When I started reading into it and heard the way people were describing it, like I totally got it. I could see how this could be a really fun game. Were you using a controller though?
Yeah, it's controller.
Okay.
Full on.
Yeah, that could be a problem for me.
No, well, I don't think it really matters. I think it's
well, Awesome Knots I played with keyboard and mouse, and I think that was the way to go.
Me too. I played Awesome Knots with keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just funny, man. And then we killed. I feel like it's so precise. Like I would really measure my like, I guess whatever the attack button is, and this guy was from really far. He shot out because like when you attack, you kind of like do a glide with a sword, and that's what your attack is.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit it, and I moved back enough where I thought I know he can't hit me from there. And then I timed it perfectly to where his attack ended, and then I just went pluck, and I just hit him like right there, super soft. That's all I needed. It's so I feel like it's a really good competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's very precise. It's like pixel perfect when it comes to like attacking someone, because it was ridiculous how I got that kill.
Yeah, that's important, especially in an online scenario.
Exactly. So I thought I think that was one of the reasons why I was just like, holy shit, this game's really legit. It's worth it. I just give it a shot. It's $20,
Awesome.
guys. I don't know.
Killer Queen Black.
Yeah.
All right. We got a new golf game here. What's this about?
Do you guys want to switch it up and someone else can talk?
I could talk a little bit about my movie. That's about all I got here.
All right. What did you play?
You play a goddamn video game this week, dude?
I played Killing Floor 2, man.
That's all I played.
Yeah, a lot of it.
All right.
I played
Where am I at? Hunt Showdown. Played.
You played Hunt? Did you buy it?
I've had it since the beginning.
Oh, let's play.
But it was unplayable when I played it. And
It was unplayable.
it is a good game, but I am unable to play it because I am not good enough to play these kinds of games. This is something like Tarkov. It's very, very, very difficult, very hard. Everything's stacked against your favor. First of all, the setting is
You have trios now?
Yeah, there's trios. And you don't know, so they changed it. So we're like, you don't know if you could be a duo or a single and not know you're in games with trios. But trios have faults too, because they don't get all the points when they win. It's like divided amongst them. So it's like, but still, there's 3 of them and there's 1 of you, so it's tough. All right, so it's very hard to explain this game, just like Tarkov. But imagine you're put into a world where you have a goal and there's other teams, but you don't know how many teams there are. You don't know how many players each team has. You don't know where they are. You don't know when they die because there's not a ticker at the top of the screen that tells you Bobby killed Ray. There's none of that. You don't even know if your shot killed the guy unless you confirm that he's on the ground and he's not getting up. Like, you don't know. If you shot him and he fell off a roof, it's your best guess if you killed that guy. So, or unless you go inspect.
Was it like that?
Yeah.
Didn't it show when you killed someone?
There's a hit. There's a hit indicator, which generally you're going to get the kill because it takes 2 bullets to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Unless you get a headshot.
Yeah.
But if there's no guarantees, like you can see, you get that little, like in every game, the crosshairs grow a little bit when you get the hit. So you get those, but you know, it's your best guess whether or not you killed the guy. On top of that, it's a play for keeps game where you keep whatever you walk in with and whatever you take out. You kill somebody with a dope weapon, you take it out, you can put it in your stash, or you could run it the next game if you want. Like, and there's so many branches for like equipment and all kinds of stuff. And it's also play for keeps in the form that say you have a level 1 character, you get to level 3, that character dies, you got to start at level 1 again. It is hardcore, hardcore.
Very.
And again, 1 or 2 bullets does you in. On top of that, monsters everywhere, nasty ones, gross ones.
You need to learn every monster on there.
There's bubbles in the water. Stay away from that shit. That's 1 hit kill. There's ones that you can stab in the head and kill in 1 hit. There's so much going on here. I don't have the time nor the desire, not because it's a bad game. It's actually a pretty good game. The gunplay feels a little flat. Like they feel like cap guns. They're just like, pah! They don't do much. But because I think a little bit because due to the time, there's like maybe 1920s.
They're pretty old school guns, man.
1920s,
so that's
1930s.
why they kind of feel like that, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that's what they were going for. I love the concept. So let me tell you what you're doing in this world. There are clues that tell you where the boss is. At the same time, your competitors are looking for those clues as well. Everybody can see them. If somebody picks up one of the clues, there's a flash on the map, so you know that there's somebody there. So there's just right there, you can set up tons of scenarios. 1, you grab the clue and then hide and then try to ambush. 2, you don't grab the clue, hide and ambush. 3, grab the clue, run and try to get the boss. There's like or just look for the boss and fuck the clues. There's so many like different ways to play this game.
Yeah.
3, another way to go, you kill the boss, everything is going great, then you have to conduct the ritual to get its soul. Meanwhile, every other player knows what's going on,
Knows where the
and
boss.
there's a beacon, and so basically everybody comes and gets the bacon from you. They're coming for it.
And these bosses are not easy.
Yeah. On top of that, so it's like you.
I've never beat a boss.
Neither did we. It's realistic in the fact that, okay, so you're in Louisiana, you're in the bayou, and these buildings are made like super shitty. So if there's like a little crack in a wall, a tiny one, and you can see, you can shoot somebody through that wall and hit them. And that adds like a whole realistic, but also like how am I supposed to defend against that? But it's, it is how it would be. So I like it. I just can't play it. I don't have the time to get good. And I would want to get good, but no.
So like the main issue this game was having for a while, which is kind of why I dropped off.
Was what?
The main issue that this game had for a while
Was
it's if once you got to the max cap level, it's like everyone now you're playing with everyone. There's no more like, and the people that memorize all where everyone spawns, where everyone's at. So since it wasn't that random, people would just run straight to where they would know they would be. Like, oh, it's like, oh, so the clue would be here, but we
Like in
know,
GoldenEye,
but we
where
know for a
people knew
fact they spawned here, so they're gonna be going down this path. Let's go kill them. And that's when they were doing that. So people were memorizing these things. So every newcomer that came to this game hated the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard.
Dude,
So this game was only fun until you got to like level, I don't know, like 20 or 30. I forgot what the cap was. And once you got past that, it wasn't fun anymore. It's just, it's really gets hard. And yeah, this game is hard.
I was playing with Nick last night, and I got 0 kills, and he got 0 kills for the first 2 games. And he's like, dude, if we get trounced again, like, I'm just gonna call it a night. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you. And then he killed like 4 guys, and I still hadn't killed anybody. And that's the level of like difficulty. Not to say that I'm really good at this shit or anything, but I should have at least got 1 kill by that time. But it's tough, man.
like Minnie and I were really trying to get this shit to fucking happen, but we just we weren't we would get to the boss, like the butcher that was under like in that fucking farm thing underground.
Yeah.
And we would shoot the fuck out of it and it wouldn't die. It was just such an epic battle.
Meanwhile, everybody's running towards.
But at the same time, you have people outside waiting for you to like, is he gonna kill him yet or not? And then we die, and then obviously the people probably walked in and went shot him 3 times, probably killed him.
And you know what's great too is like, it's a lot. It has a little bit of PUBG in it, where if you hear 2 people fighting, 2 groups fighting, of course you're gonna run and try to capitalize, right?
Because technically it is it's a battle royale.
It's a battle royale in a way.
I'm
gonna name this, if nobody's named this type, this and Tarkov, I'm gonna say play for keeps. That's what I'm gonna call this genre.
Well,
play for keeps, right?
When this game came out, when the testing came out, but when they announced it, they were really going towards this is a battle royale. This is what it's a battle royale with missions, or like with quests. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's just
PC Gamer gave it best of E3 like 2 or 3 years ago.
Because did you see the fucking gameplay footage when this shit came out? Like,
it doesn't look anything.
It looks nothing
even
like
now.
Not even.
I mean,
it kind of pulled an anthem.
E3.
Yeah,
kind of pulled an anthem on that one. But because I remember this, like I remember seeing the gameplay, and I was like, holy shit, this game looks gonna. Amazing, and it's fucking Crytek. Of course, it's their engine. They're gonna make it beautiful as fuck. And I remember Minnie and I were just like, "Oh, yeah, looks nothing like the fucking video. It looks great, but it looks nothing like E3."
Right, try this.
What is it?
It's Crown Royale maple.
I can smell the maple.
It tastes like fucking syrup, like Aunt Jemima.
I smell pancakes.
Yeah. It's way too sweet for me.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
I'm going to drink it. Thanks for Conius. I think it was you that brought that down. Don't bring that sweet shit to fucking United States, dude.
Oh, so he's the one that brought it?
I assume so. He's one of the Canadians.
Yeah, probably was him. He got me a bottle of... Oh, shit. I forgot the name of it.
All right.
Crystal Skull.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good.
What else we got, Bobby?
Thank you.
Surviving Mars.
So that was free on Epic. I won't talk about it too much. I literally played it for 20 minutes.
I'm so mad that's free on Epic. I actually paid for that game because I wanted to.
I
I wanted to try it. Like I was like, I want to try.
When you don't buy a game, let us know. when you see something, you're like, I didn't buy that. Let us know.
Because I saw it and I was like, it's a sim game. I want to play a nice, cool sim game. And like Mars, yes. And like, I want to really get into this. Come on, Ray, you can do it. Focus on one game. You can do this. And then probably some other fucking like CSGO clone came out and I played that shit instead.
Yeah. It probably was that.
Some
like
PUBG clone.
1932 or whatever. Remember that
probably,
one?
yeah, the battalion one.
Yeah, battalion.
So good. And then it just didn't pick up. It didn't pick up. People weren't playing. It got boring.
So anyway, Surviving Mars is a city builder based on Mars. And that's the only reason that I was intrigued. I like the Mars aspect of it. Kind of like, I like futurology and stuff like that. So it seemed interesting to me. That said, I don't like city builders, and I ran into that problem right away. Like
that's what it is.
Yeah, and for a city builder, this is all I can say. I'm not going to talk shit about the game. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's actually, it ran great, looks great, controls fine, everything. I liked everything about it except for its fundamental base thing. So I probably won't play more of it. But if you like city builders, at least take a look at it, especially for free. I was wondering the other day about how this works out. So, do you guys think that like
Epic Game is awesome for giving us free shit? Yes.
does Epic pay them a little bit for
Yeah, they
every
do. No,
download?
They pay. So I thought about that back when PlayStation Plus
was giving out free games.
was giving out free games. Rocket League was a PlayStation Plus free game.
Wow.
They paid.
Damn.
They paid Rocket League a shitload of money to make them a gold PS Plus game.
I was just wondering if it's a per download or it's a flat fee. Like, we're going to give you $10 million.
I think it's a flat fee.
Yeah.
It's a flat fee. They give them a bunch of money, and like your game's gonna be free. All right, that's cool. And then that's it. And then after that month, you guys get all your money. You're like, oh, cool, thanks. And that's how it is. And that's what they did with Rocket League.
I've said
Rocket League became huge.
Psyonix, yeah.
Dude, I loved that game. I was doing some crazy shit. I know they say you can't curve the ball, but I fucking curved that ball. I loved
bend
it.
it like bacon.
Yeah, now I play Rocket League and I suck dick. It's horrible. It's just so bad. It's so bad at it. But I tried playing with Duck the other day, and I'm not as good as him. But
I've said this before, but I would have loved to been in on the meeting at Surviving Mars when they got the offer from Epic. All right, guys. So we got an offer from Epic, and like everybody's sitting around, and you can imagine like some people are like, "Oh my god, am I gonna get a super fat check?" Or, and it's like, God, it's just to see like what. No, we can't sell our souls to the devil, and the other ones are like, "Yeah, dude, we're instantly rich," or maybe it'd be nice for our next. I don't know. It's interesting.
you get a fat check, dude. That's all you got. It's a free game. You get a fat check. I wonder how fat it is, like because some of the games have been. Like we got Timbleweed Park. That's how I played it. I got it on there. I doubt they went like here's $1 million. They probably went like here's 10 G's, guys. Probably the last amount of money you ever see from this game.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's why they pick up a lot of the games that they do.
They're old.
Do this with, or they're not super old, but they're old enough that they're out of the limelight. Nobody's buying these games.
But I was surprised.
It's something like this.
I was surprised by Surviving Mars though. Surviving Mars came out last year.
Yeah, it's not that old.
It's not that old.
I would imagine it's like this. How much did you guys make last year? We made. I'm just gonna throw out a number: $10,000 last year profit.
Damn,
okay, we'll give you 10,000 because no way you're gonna have a better your second year than you had your first.
Yeah.
We'll give you 10,000 right now. It's probably something like that.
I wonder why they do it. Exactly.
Why?
No, exactly how they do it.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a case by case basis. Borderlands 3. I know I didn't want to talk about it. I keep harping on it week after week. But things have changed. I've beat the game. I entered True Vault Hunter mode, which makes the game harder. On top of that, there's things called Mayhem. So on top of True Vault Hunter, there's 3 levels of Mayhem you can do. And it gives you hard numbers. Like, it's just randomness, right? So it'll be something like shotguns, Mayhem 3, let's say. All bad guys have double health, double shields, quadruple like speed, or something crazy like that. And then it'll tell you your shotguns do 50% less damage, this does 50% less damage, but SMGs do 75% more damage. Stuff like that. Things to make you think a little bit and carry a bunch of different guns around with you. And this game, I guarantee you guys, look around for some reviews. The more you play this game, the better it gets. One of the best reviews that I read said that it was like, it's a slow burn. Honestly, the first playthrough has its hits or misses. The True Vault Hunter mode that I'm playing through is twice as enjoyable as the first one because I could set my difficulty, and not just that, but like the rewards equal how much difficulty you put on it. Mayhem 3, I have 500% better chance at good loot. 500%.
How long does it take you to get to that point?
The full game, I think, is 22 hours to play through. If you do like a semi-completionist, like some of the side quests and something like that. Not to say that's a bad game, but man, does it get good in the end game, let's say. And then there's also these 3, what do you call them? Let's call them Wave Survival. I put it down there, actually. What's it called? Circle of Slaughter. It's by Torque, the guy named Torque, who's like basically a play on Macho Man. Probably one of the funniest characters that they've ever come up with. And I played that with Rusty Bagels. And holy shit, it's the most fun in a game that I already like. It's the most fun I've had in like a concentrated time. It's just wave survival, tons of new monster that I had never seen or variations on shit that I had never seen coming at me. We had to strategize. We had to make sure we had the right guns. We wiped like 4 times, 5, 6 times.
Damn.
And we kept but you don't start at level 1. You start like the whole wave or the whole entire thing is 4 waves. Every wave has 5 mini waves, right? So we started on 3 or wherever it was. So we didn't have to go all the way back every time, which is nice too. But we got to go back to the vending machine, talk about strategy, and then go at it again. And that was really, really fun. And the fucking loot on these things. There was a time I think I finished one of the rounds because you're fighting. Sometimes if you don't kill a wave fast enough, obviously the next wave comes. So you don't finish them. There's 3 legendaries laying on the ground, and that's big. That's a lot of shit. So, and even these things, even the Circles of Slaughter, you could put Mayhem on. And so there's enough, as long as you like shooting things in the head and watching them go pop, this game will not give up on you. There's more and more and more and more. And now there's I haven't done them yet, so I can't speak for them, but there's kind of like dungeons that you have to go with 4 people. And so it's endgame content, right? The bosses are like bullet sponges, so you need 4 people. You can run them alone, but I've heard that it just takes forever and ever. And I've also heard that like the queue times on these things are forever. But there's a good amount of people. There's like 10 people, I would say, that play this a lot on our server. So we could get a group together anytime. I just don't know how to unlock them, but I haven't really looked into it because I'm having so much fun with the second playthrough. So anyway, my initial review, I would say, is lower than this game.
Hard I want to fucking just play this game, dude.
Dude, it's a time sink though, dude.
Yeah,
I've put, but then again, it'll give you exactly what you need.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play for an hour, you can get a quest done in an hour.
Yeah.
If you have 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, it's there for you all the way through. I'm losing sleep over this game.
Okay, here's the only reason why I haven't gotten into it. And that's because when does this come out?
I think we got a host here too.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Drew For You? Thank you very much.
Drew For You is rating with a party of 4 right now.
But what's it called? So Outer Worlds comes out on, when does it come out?
It's a single player game, man.
I know, I understand.
Oh, okay.
Comes out on the 25th.
You shush me again.
And
We almost
so it comes out next Friday, right? Holy shit. I'm in Guadalajara next Friday, by the way. I leave to Guadalajara.
I'm envious of your ability to say that word. I can't say it.
Guadalajara?
Yeah. Can you say it, Bobby?
What are you saying? Guadalajara? Oh, okay.
Guadalajara.
You don't pronounce the G. Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's like guacamole.
Yeah, like guacamole.
Yeah.
Guadalajara. There's no.
I can't say
Don't roll your R's or add ñes to everything. Like I hate when people go like habanero. It's habanero, way. Fucking get it right. Like what the fuck? Or they roll their R's. You only roll your R's when it's double R's, and you only go ñe when there's a little wavy symbol on top of the end. Only time, all right, guys? Just letting you guys know. But yeah, I'm going to Guadalajara. So anyways, Outer Worlds comes out on the 25th. The only reason I didn't want to play Borderlands because I really wanted to get into it like hard, and then I was like, fuck, like with my schedule, I'm gonna end up getting like I could have beat it. I could have just beat it already, and I would have been.
Here's
happy.
another beauty about this game.
But it sounds like beating it is just. That's just when it begins.
Yeah, exactly. So like, this game looks like I'm really gonna get into it, and Outer Worlds is gonna be the new Fallout for me, so I'm scared. I'm scared of playing. You know how scared I am to play Outer Worlds in the next 2 weeks?
I don't know why you're putting so much faith into it.
Because it's from the makers of Fallout 3, bro.
Why haven't they been making
the best game ever?
Why haven't they been making games this entire time then?
They have. They've been making
successfully. What else did they make?
It doesn't matter. This will be the best game ever in the history of games ever. It's just, you never know. I'm scared. Man. It might be the best game until fucking Cyberpunk comes out.
It might be.
It's like, and then Doom will be the fun. Let me go blow shit up. But
you're on the side of probably.
No, here's the thing. There's if you go to IGN, there is a 20-minute video of the first, the first 20 minutes of Outer Worlds, and I was just going, holy shit! Like, I can't wait. It looks awesome, man.
It does look good.
I'm so stoked.
I'm not complaining. I'm not.
But right now I'm playing little games like little here and there, gotcha. like What the Golf. I'm playing What the Golf, and What the Golf is fun. It's a little. The game starts off and it goes, you pull back, right? You pull back how far you want to pull to throw the golf ball.
It's like Angry Birds, like you pull a sling.
No, but I think this is one of those games for streaming that doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't fucking make sense. This is the meme / pun game.
Yeah. It's fails
hilarious.
For laugh's sake.
It says get a hole in one, and I look at it and I'm like, there's no ball or anything. So I pull back and there's a big one, and then when you pull back, the golf hole where the ball's supposed to go in flies out and it has to go in the one.
Oh, I get
pun.
I got
hole
it.
in one. But
I think it's for streaming, dude.
Where is this game available?
Epic Store.
Just on Epic. Okay.
Yeah, I found out how to link
$20.
I found out how to link Epic Games.
Fuck themselves.
I found out how to link Epic Games stores because when you open up the app, you can't right click anywhere to say the copy of the URL or whatever. So I just go to epicgames.com and store, and I'm able to link them that way.
$20 is a lot for.
It is a lot. I'll be honest. It is a lot. Right now, I am. What is it? I am an hour. And sorry about that.
Do you have oil money, Ray? Is that where all these games money comes from?
No. Okay, so here's the thing. I wasn't gonna bring this up on the podcast. The only reason I brought it up,
I won the lottery, guys.
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm out.
I'm out. Actually, if I would become rich, I would make all my money would probably go to the podcast.
Studio would be sick.
Yeah, because that would be my thing. Because I was like, I don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
So let's fucking just play video games all day. I'll pay you guys to play video games with me, and let's get a studio and let's do this. That's my $1 million thing.
I feel like we get to the point where it's our 6th podcast this week. We've run out of things to talk about, but Ray's still paying us. So,
yo, there's a new game that came out, guys. Go play this shit. It's fun. That's what I would do. That's where all my money would go to. The only reason, so I wasn't gonna bring it up because I wasn't 100% sure, but I'm actually playing this game on Apple Arcade.
Which is how much on there?
It's free for the first month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
that's that new thing that they have.
Yeah. So it's a streaming service for games.
Yeah,
in a way.
Google released their version of it.
Yeah,
I noticed that on my picks.
Wait. How's that work? I don't know.
So let's say you pay $9.99 a month, and all the games on Apple Arcade are downloadable.
Oh, okay, but not the entire store.
No.
But all the best games are they have exclusive games that will only be on iOS. There'll be exclusive games that are only.
The funny thing about that is that the majority of games are free to play in the first place.
But for instance, Ocean Horn's a very popular mobile game. Ocean Horn's like that Zelda clone.
Okay.
It almost like everyone that really, because there's people that really use their cell phones for gaming. Like that's their number one thing for gaming.
A lot of people who use their cell phones for everything.
Yeah,
that's like their computer.
Yeah. And Ocean Horn's one of those games, and that game is only on Apple Arcade.
Gotcha.
Ocean Horn 2, the sequel. If you want to play it, you have to hop on this bitch.
Bobby, are you aware that the Google their keynote is tomorrow or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Pixel
it is 4 is coming up.
Are you gonna watch it?
Probably new Pixel Buds.
I watched last year's.
I'll watch the highlights.
If it's good enough, dude, and it might make me make the switch, I think I am done with.
Yeah, it's time, dude.
It's
seriously.
time. Yeah.
Dude, pixels are nice. I love my
Pixels
2,
are super
though. I'm
nice.
not ready to upgrade.
Bobby, you're ready. Like 2 to 4, that's a jump. 3, I'm not gonna do it.
I don't need another one though.
It's like has gesture. Have you seen the big selling point? Has gesture, so like you can wave your hand.
It reads your
You have to
hand?
touch the screen. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of gesture and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Go fuck yourself. Anyways, the fucking Quest, the Oculus.
Has it? I think
It's
that's what we're gonna go
ridiculous.
with as soon as we have enough
Dude,
money.
have you seen that shit?
No.
It reads your fucking hands.
So you don't need.
You don't need a
hands.
controller. It reads your fingers.
Damn.
Fuck everyone in gaming and VR. Fuck you guys. We pulled it off.
That's what Carmack does.
It's
Dude.
ridiculous.
That's Carmack power.
But what the golf, hilarious game, not worth $20. Get in on arcade if you can. Super funny though. It's hilarious. It's like this game is perfect for mobile.
Yeah, it seems like
not
it's a
for
mobile
PC.
game.
For PC, it's like like it's kind of like when you play Hidden Folks or like something like that.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
little fun whenever you just want to do something or just That's what it's for. It's super funny. The puns are hilarious. Sometimes you think you're gonna swing the fucking putt and you end up swinging yourself, or swinging a house, or swinging a hole, or swinging a tree, or swinging an apple, or swinging a car. It's really funny. It's very
Sometimes
fun.
you find out your parents are swingers.
Yes, exactly, which is gross because I had like 20 people in my house once when I was 5. It was uncomfortable. I saw my first penis. That wasn't mine. Anyways, it's really cool. I think it's super fun, but it's not worth $20. This is a $4.99 game.
That's terrible.
To go play it. Because I'm at 25% of the game and I've only played for 39
Change
minutes.
it, Bobby. I'm getting.
I know I keep playing over and
It's
over
enough.
again. But the game's cool. But anyways, the Quest, dude, honestly, it's ridiculous. And it reads your hands, and then you can tether it to your computer now. Is that a thing? Like, have you guys been seeing this thing?
No.
Yeah, you can put it on your computer now, and you can start playing different games and all this. Mark Zuckerberg is a fucking genius, dude. It's just ridiculous.
It's Carmack, dude.
And it's fucking.
He's not writing code. Zuckerberg's not writing code for this.
I know, I understand that, but at the same time, it's fucking Zuckerberg's like he's involved in this shit, obviously.
Did you listen to the Carmack on Rogan?
No, not yet.
that,
I haven't
dude.
heard that one. I'm
Do
gonna check it
that,
out.
and then you'll check. But like he's talking about like, he sounds like the ultimate super nerd. He
Yeah.
sounds like that the nerd that on The Simpsons, the one that flies around in the spaceship sometimes.
Yeah.
He sounds exactly like that guy.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just like, no, I understand that that I think differently than other people. AKA, I'm super fucking smart, and all you chimps should go fucking be in cages.
Yeah,
and he's like,
there's a nicer way to say that.
yeah. He's on a different level, dude, and he's
That's
working for
fucking
them.
awesome, man. Oculus Quest, dude, it's killing the game. The only thing is, the graphics are not,
As good, yeah.
They're not Valve. They're not.
But if the immersion's there, that's all you need.
Point on it.
Huh?
How much is an Oculus Quest?
the $400 or $500, or $300 or $400.
Let's see.
It's that mobile one that you don't need a computer for. And now they
There's more than one
dude.
mobile one.
yeah. No, it's this one.
Okay,
it's
so
$3.99
This
or
is a
$4.99.
self-contained one.
Yeah, but now you can plug it into your computer.
Oh, and make it stronger. Or
Yeah.
what?
Make it no, it's still the same, but you don't need all the memory or whatever. You can actually play the games on the whatever Oculus
The
launcher.
battery only lasts for 1 hour too. The Carmack said on the thing.
The launcher has a thing, you connect it to it, and then you can play the whole time for like a very long amount of time because it's.
Well, that's right in our
Power.
price range, so I think this is gonna be it.
Dude, I think this is it, man. The only thing it doesn't have is the graphics, but it doesn't matter. It just
as long as the immersion's there.
Yeah, this is look at VR, man. Like the games are not that intense. I know I have posted games before on the podcast where like the graphics do go far out. Where like I forgot what that game was, where like the post-apocalyptic frozen world that's gonna be really cool. Like it's like a squad where that looks amazing from the makers of Arizona Sunshine, I believe.
Oh yeah, you
And I talked about that one. So those games are going crazy. All this fucking full level of like graphics and everything. You really using your power, your PC. These guys are like, you know what? We really don't need that yet because we don't have that yet. We have like this really cool thing. You put it on and it's cool. Hey, you know what? We didn't tell you from the beginning. You can actually tether it to your fucking computer.
Yeah.
And you can play the games from there. And this is awesome. And oh wait, you know those cameras that gave you room scale? It also reached your fucking hands.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
that's
cool.
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And
So do you have to load the games from an SD card on this? How do you get the games on there?
So there's no SD card. It's just you have a
Onboard memory.
Yeah, onboard
Okay.
memory.
So you have to. They probably have their own launcher.
That would have
built in.
been better.
You have to download them onto that.
So you have your own little thing on the Quest, but now they're saying that you can actually access on your PC what you have on there.
I'm just wondering what games you could get on here. Could you get like?
Almost every game.
everything
dude.
that's on the Oculus store.
Everything in the Oculus store you can access. I really have to pee,
Go.
but it's
So let's
really
see.
cool.
If we go to a Steam page here, and it should tell us if the game is compatible with the
Oculus.
right? So let's try that Rick and Morty game.
There's a separate Oculus store because there's Oculus exclusives.
Ray, did you finish the other one by the Rick and Morty people?
No, not yet.
All right.
No, they added new DLC.
Of course.
So this says Oculus Rift.
Well, I think I would say yes.
So that, yeah, because that's a compelling price point there.
It is.
All right. I watched a movie. Oh, boy. Doom Annihilation. I know this one was requested by some people. It just recently came out.
Sorry, Bobby. Did you already talk about Mama's Boy on the podcast?
Grandma's Boy?
Grandma's Boy?
Yeah, because I didn't talk about one when we did the TwitchCon episode. It's kind of, it's
gotcha,
a little
gotcha,
scattered.
gotcha.
But
I watched it. I think the way you ended that was fucking golden, man. I really like that.
oh, yeah. I'm happy with the way that one turned
It shaped
out.
me. And then, yeah, great.
Fart joke, yes. Classy. Yeah, and then little post-credit scene there as well. That Grandma's Boy was just such a great movie for me, but, you know, I said it all last week. Let's talk about Doom Annihilation. This movie, okay. It's like a Sci-Fi Channel original. Like, don't expect too much going into this. Like, I'm personally just glad we're getting any Doom movie at all at this point. And I hope this doesn't ruin it for like Doom movies in the future, because it was like 15 years till we got another Doom movie. And I don't know. I think you can make a movie out of this. I think there's a right way to do it. And this one, they worked with the budget they had. What's really weird about this movie is like, it is, you know, none of these video game movies are that great, right?
Right.
But even by those standards, this one was really tough for me to get through. But then all of a sudden, like seriously, the last 10 minutes of the movie, it was like, whoa, where did this come from?
Dialed it up.
Yeah, like last 10 minutes of the movie, great. That should have been the whole movie, but I understand it was super expensive. Like all the money is in the last 10 minutes
There
of
was
the
a
movie.
Doom movie that came out this year.
Yeah, Doom Annihilation. Direct to video, didn't get a lot of buzz.
All you need to do is watch the trailer.
I'll see if I
Really?
can find
But I might watch those 10 minutes. You got those on a hard drive somewhere?
The fuck was that?
I spilled, I think.
Yeah,
That was
the
like that
last 10 minutes were
explosion.
pretty good.
That's what she said.
They really tried to make this one for the fans. There's so many Easter eggs in this movie. Like you can see a lot of the cutscenes here look pretty rough. You know, they look like something you'd see in a video game or like Stargate SG-1.
Just like that's exactly what you said. Like a sci-fi original.
Yeah. And I've got some real complaints when it comes to casting on this. Okay, so this movie and like the next movie that I'm going to watch, which is going to be Silent Hill Revelation, and also some other movie that I watched that I can't remember. It couldn't have been Grandma's, but it was
Silent
another one.
Hill
But they keep
Revelation.
I
casting
thought you were
these-
going to watch the Fatal Fury.
No, I'm doing Halloween movies, scary movies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Getting to
Silent
scary
Revelation,
movies.
man. Oh my god, it's
Scary movies or scary
man.
video game movies?
Scary video game movies.
Okay.
I'm watching scary movies as well because, you know, it's Halloween and all. But my next 3 video game movie reviews are going to be horror-based, starting with Doom Annihilation here, which will be out this Friday. And then after that, Silent Hill Revelation.
it's really good.
Bobby, better or worse than Street Fighter?
Doom Annihilation?
Yes.
Wow.
This looks like trash, man.
I don't know, man.
Hey, no. I need a definitive answer. You're not going to sneak out of this one. I just need a plus or minus. It could be a few degrees.
No, this is not as good as Street Fighter.
Damn. Fuck you, Doom Annihilation.
You know what's something I've always thought about? It's just when they make these movies, right, and they bring out these actors, and there's so many actors out there that are way better than this. Why do they hire these actors? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, money. And,
No. It's not about. No. Because there are actors
that are good,
that are great.
Because Netflix is picking them all up,
and they'll work for pennies. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But they grab this girl right here that sucks ass. Well, maybe she did suck ass before, and then she became an actress. But
Bobby, it's funny.
She does not portray Maureen very well. She doesn't exude any sort of toughness at all. It's
my God,
it's
horrible.
tough. So
Bobby, I just got a tweet right after you said that this was better. Street Fighter was better.
Yeah.
That Jean-Claude Van Damme somewhere did the splits.
Yeah.
Dude, he was super excited that his super old shitty movie was better than this.
I mean, Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter's probably better than this one. This one is just, I mean, watch the review. I had a little fun with this one, so because it was tough for me to really
Alana and I were
find a lot of things to talk
last night
about
when we got home.
Yeah.
You remember we were talking about watching Bobby's trailers?
Oh yeah. Oh, which ones did you watch?
Street Fighter, Grandma's Boy. I love the, but and
I would have told you which ones are good. Not that those aren't good. it's because my favorite one is the fucking Rampage.
The Rock movie with Rampage.
Rampage. I thought that was my favorite one.
That was funny. That's really funny.
It doesn't matter.
But we were watching those, and and Alana was like, "These aren't bad."
Yeah, dude, he does a great job.
Like, I would watch these if I. It was funny because she said, like, I would watch these if they were mainstream.
Is she talking about the movie reviews, or is she talking about the movies?
No, the reviews, the actual reviews. Yeah. Because she was just like, if these would come up, like, like in actual mainstream, like, because, there's people out there that are, that's their actual profession. Making these type of reviews. Or
well, I try to keep them short so you can watch, and I try not to make them too comprehensive. Like, I'm not going to, there's a channel that I absolutely love, Oliver Harper. Check it out if you haven't. He does these great videos, but they're like half an hour long. I'm like, dude, that's a lot. But he goes through everything, man, and they're so good. And it's not even just like the review part is very small, but he goes through a lot of the backstory. Oh, this happened in production. Oh, this is why the casting turned out like it did, and this was going on. Like, it's so good. But like, I don't know. I always prefer under 5 minutes if I can do that.
Oh yeah.
DLG fun fact: Bobby did the splits live on stream.
Oh yeah, that's somewhere.
So you can find that somewhere.
Yeah, I should have done it at the TwitchCon house.
You should have.
Yeah, I didn't find the right opportunity.
That's true.
But yeah, so Doom Annihilation, like I feel like every movie review is like me trying to apologize for a movie. Like, well, you just got to look at it this way, But I don't know. This one I got to say was very tough, and I don't know. Even though it was Doom, it was really hard. But those last 10 minutes, check that out.
You have the numbers usually. Did you have the numbers for this? Like gross
No, because
versus...
it's direct to video. So there's no information on the production budget. No information on how much money it made.
Right.
Because you don't really sell like DVD copies anymore, right? You make
there was another one like that. You guessed. Did you guess on this
Brain
one?
Scan. I couldn't find the production budget for that one.
That's the one that I hadn't seen that I most wanted to see based on your review, but didn't still.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
I'd say it's worth checking out. But if I had to guess on Doom Annihilation, the budget, like today, modern day, I'd say 10 million. Like, they paid nothing for the actors, and they got what they paid for.
Yeah, they probably didn't. They look just look at a trailer from this.
Yeah, and it's, oh my God, dude. Like, if you thought the first Doom movie ripped off Aliens, but I mean, how do you not rip off Aliens with this thing? I watched the review, man. I'm stepping on all my material on the on the review now.
By the way, Noshia, we've talked about this.
I'm so intrigued by that. What is it say? Falling sand roguelike. So what? So sand falls and then you die?
We've talked about this 4 times on this podcast.
What is this?
So I'm not going to bring it up again. Well, I'm not going to go through the whole thing.
I've never heard you talk about this.
So you weren't here, actually. Oh. You weren't here for any of them because Minnie was on the first time. And
it's old, but this just it's not. But this just came out.
It's old, but it just came out. Stop talking for a second. So
no, as in like, because if you talked with Minnie about it, that's old. But this just came out 2 weeks ago.
Correct. It was on a podcast that you weren't on, and we talked about it then again. So you're seeing pixels, but they're not really pixels. They're actually polygons. and they are pretending to be pixels. So they can do things that pixels. So it's simulated pixels. So they can do crazy things that pixels can't do because it's art imitating art, I guess. And so
Wait, what? You're fucking blowing my mind right now.
yeah, I don't know how to explain it to you other than that. Like, imagine a 3D game that looks like a 2D game. So they can do things with pixels that aren't possible. And so you get all these crazy melting effects, and you get a bunch of effects and colors that you wouldn't be able to get with 8-bit graphics or 12-bit or 16-bit or 16-bit. Anyway, it's out. People have been talking to me about it. Hey, I picked this up on your recommendation, even though I've never played it, and they're loving it. So I think I might pick it up. I've followed.
Okay,
this.
so you heard about this game like 2 years ago,
Yeah, like
and
2
it
years ago.
finally came out in early access.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's awesome. It looks awesome.
This looks weird as fuck.
Yeah, the screenshots apparently that what people are sharing.
Bizarre game.
Damn, I don't know what's happening. And then what you're just explaining to me, and then I look what's going on right now. Holy shit!
Yeah, look. You can't do that with pixels, dude. That was poison being lit on fire.
What do you mean? But
Like a poison
but
cloud.
pixels are always there. Pixels will always be there because that's what the resolution is. It's by pixel.
I don't know how to explain it, dude.
It's like it doesn't admit. What you're telling me is blowing my mind. But at the
Pixels
same
are
time,
always there. You can't melt them. You can't have half a pixel.
Well, you can.
But they're
Of course not, because they're pixels. They're always
Right, but they're
stationed there.
melting pixels and they're cutting them in half and
Like
melting them.
LEDs are pretty much like in a way.
All right, let's
like-
move on.
Yeah, I think you guys are describing two different things here.
Yeah, I think I'm confused.
Okay. News. Time for news. First up, big news here. Soon, Steam will let you play local multiplayer games online. So this is
Yeah, what?
basically, you know how when you look at some Steam games, it'll say local co-op only, and there were services out
Final
there
Isaac.
like. Yeah,
Okay.
and there
Only
were
local
services
co-op.
out there like Hamachi and some other ones that would let you fool the computer into thinking that you were on a local area network and you could play those games together with someone far, far away.
Yeah.
So Steam is just going to put that into Steam, just default.
Now, I'm not saying that this is all because of me, but I did tell Steam
Oh,
they
really?
should lean. I've said it on the podcast a bunch of times. They should lean into what they're becoming, which is the indie storehouse, right? So this,
Wait, what? They're becoming the indie storehouse.
yeah, all the AAAs are almost native to their
Own
to their
launcher.
launchers. So they're becoming like an indie and a single A and double A store, right? And that's so I said
Ridiculous,
they
right?
should lean
Rockstar
into
has
that
their own launcher.
because they can't. You can't fight. You can't fight people trying to hold on to their own stuff. You can't because they're just going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Why would they pay 30% when they could pay 0%? So you're not going to get away from that. So I said lean into it. I'm not saying they're doing it because of me, but there's strong probability. And this is part of that. The golden thing about this one thing is that I love how it takes the pressure of putting multiplayer on your game off of the small developers. When I talked to when I talked to Chad about like how much work goes into multiplayer, he said 50% of a game is putting it online and making it work online. 50%. Now imagine you're a tiny little, you and a couple buddies making a game, and they're like, "Are we going to do multiplayer?" It's like, we cannot afford that. I haven't been to work in 2 weeks. Like, what do you mean? And then now they don't have to worry about that. They can just if they can do local co-op, Steam will do that extra step for them, and they can literally advertise as multiplayer. And I think that's fantastic.
Damn.
Yeah. So, and on top of that, I can't wait to play Binding of Isaac with friends. Like,
I think it's going to open up a lot of games, like Overcooked. There are all these great games.
Yeah,
but a lot of
Overcooked.
But
people-
Binding of Isaac, really?
yeah.
The extra characters are just like I hate being that floaty ghost guy.
Sam's
Yeah,
really
maybe
good
not
at
the
it.
best example.
Dick Nick and his wife, he was just telling me while we're playing Hunt, he's like, me and my wife are playing Binding of Isaac so much. Like, it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you work it out, she's gotten really good. Because what they can do as being that floaty ghost guy is disappear anytime they want. Shit's going down. Like, I don't want to be here. Just push start and you're out. So if you use that to your advantage, and plus all the floaty ghost guys have different. Every single one almost has a different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that's good news.
I want Binding of Isaac where like you have your eyes like
That's happening on the next one.
That's
what I want.
Yeah.
I just no.
All right. So there was a lot of news regarding the whole Hearthstone player during a post-match interview making a political statement. Yeah. So this is like a whole story that's kind of played out throughout the week. So just to run through
I've watched it very carefully, actually. Yeah. But go ahead, Bobby.
So during a post-match interview, a Hearthstone player showed his support for the whole situation in Hong Kong, showed his support for Hong Kong. Blizzard then banned him for a year and took away his winnings. A lot of people got upset about. Yeah, it seems odd, but a lot of people got really upset about that. Blizzard employees like had a little walkout. A lot of people online, of course, were making a big deal out of this.
People quit Blizzard.
Yeah, some casters quit Blizzard. So they reinstated his winnings and they lowered the ban to 6 months, but still said, you know what, we still can't tolerate this though because it disrupts. You know, they gave a real business answer. You know, something that was very safe, like, you know, it takes focus away from the game or disrupts this or that. You know, try not to be very political about this.
They said that he had disrupted the rules of conduct, which one of them was like, make sure that everything that you say is like good for the global community.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the main one that they use against him,
which
is arguable. Either way, like
it makes sense.
Global community for Hong Kong, global community for China.
Yeah, but at the same time, I guess the company sees it as all negative in a way. Like, oh, we have this one guy that's going way too political when we just want to have fun and games and competitive stuff. And
dude, I thought about this a lot.
But throwing them out, that's fucked up.
I mean, taking his money away.
Well, yeah, that was absolutely too
stupid.
Far.
Yeah.
If they would have just been like, hey, like let's set them aside or whatever. No, actually, they should have just not acknowledged them. I think by them doing this, it just added so much more.
That's not how
this comes
it works,
at a very weird time too, because BlizzCon is right around the corner.
I know.
And
I'm about to tell Chad. I'm not going to say ticket. I'm joking. I need to pay Chad for that ticket. But
you haven't paid him yet?
No.
Oh Jesus!
I need to Venmo him, and then I don't have the
Chad?
Venmo.
You mean Brad?
Brad.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of anti-Blizzard feelings going around right now on the cusp of their biggest event of the year, where they're probably going to drop a whole bunch of stuff on us. So it's going to be an interesting BlizzCon. And, we'll have some people there live on the scene to report.
I've been watching this since the very beginning, and I've had a lot of thoughts about this. And I was thinking a few big thoughts that came. Where one is, it depends where you work and what you do, but definitely, what do you do when your boss calls you and tells you something that you fundamentally disagree with? You have to measure everything that's going on. You have to measure how much you make, how much you need the money, how long you can survive without that money. Like a lot of thought has to go into throwing a protest. Like, you could tell your boss, do it yourself, which doesn't really mean that he's going to fire you. That's your only other option. So it's either do what he says, don't do what he says and leave, or tell him to do it yourself and see what he does. And like, I imagine like 3 or 4 levels came down for something like this. Like Tencent, which has a huge majority stake, I believe, in Activision, called Activision, which called Blizzard, which called somebody, and that guy had to make a call, and he decided to keep his job. I don't fault that guy for keeping his job. Not at all. Did he make his decision? I mean, I'll leave it up to your politics, but it's like, that's a tough call. There's a book called Ordinary Men, where I believe like it wasn't Germans or Jews. It was like Belgians that got conquered by the Jews or somebody. And they were just like police officers, just like regular police officers in the city. And the Germans were like, hey, your new job is killing Jews. And they were just regular dudes, not Germans. They didn't have, or not Nazis, and just started killing Jews. And they were just ordinary men, but they were following orders. And it's like, all of this was running through my head through this whole thing. It's like, man, there's a certain point where you might want to say no, but when is that point? And it's heavy stuff, man. This has been gigantic in Reddit. This has been like the most talked about thing on Reddit in the last 5-6 days. And I don't know. It's nice to think about things like this from time to time.
It is, but it's also just, I don't know. I'm totally forward, totally for, this is fucked up what Blizzard did. But then again, people love drama. People love this shit.
The funniest part, I mean, I don't want to make light of a serious situation, but the most ridiculous part to me was like everybody jumping in with their 2 cents, dude. Like first, of course, Epic Games is like, just so everyone's clear, we would never do this. Epic Games totally cool here,
Yeah.
Like, dude,
because they're independent.
Seriously,
Yeah.
like
that's
nobody asked, bro. Like,
that's I've noticed that way so much. But it's kind of like, I understand, like, I totally against what the fuck they did. But at the same time, like, people are taking advantage of the situation. And it's kind of like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's just,
I don't know.
By the way, I
texted
our friend Brad, and Brad's like, I don't know what people are upset about. Like, we've never had a political conversation ever. He's like, what? What's going on?
Fucking Brad.
Yeah. So it's not that crazy because he hasn't even noticed.
I need to ask Brad if I can stay at his house for BlizzCon. Because, dude, they're expensive. Hotels are like $400 right now.
Dude. Yeah,
for myself.
I booked one.
You guys want to just go hang out?
I got one for $150 last year, but I booked it months in advance.
I'm taking the fucking Airstream.
Right
I'm parked it right in front, dude.
Damn, can I borrow it?
Nope.
Come on. Nope. How much is it rented for a weekend?
$150 a night.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
I need it for one night, actually.
Next up here, we don't usually cover Fortnite news, but I thought
you got
this
to.
was
Hey, you know what? I wanted to add this on there too. It's just, fuck yeah, man. This is
good job on the news, Bobby, because like everything that I wanted to talk about was on it.
Yeah, same. I was looking at the stuff you put, and I was just like, I can't add anything else except for one thing, which is not
my dick. These nuts.
These nuts. And there's a picture of my nuts later if you watch the stream.
Okay, so Fortnite's entire map was sucked into a black hole, and the game goes down as mysterious stream begins.
Did you watch the video for that?
I watched a replay of it.
How cool is that?
That's pretty intense. Chi isn't here to trash
shit all over it. But look, thank God they're starting over because it's fucking shit.
It's so bad. The worst game ever.
But
ever on the worst launcher.
There's
ever.
a lot of people playing this. It's got a huge community, and
it's the biggest game of all time.
This is pretty intense.
Hands down, it is
probably the biggest game of all time.
Hands down,
online game of all time.
Yeah,
maybe game of all time.
I've never seen a pot so big for a fucking game, for a fucking competition. It's ridiculous. It's just what was it, $3 million? I've never seen that before.
No, there's been bigger, dude.
What?
The International had what was that really big year, Bobby?
It gets bigger
for a brand new game that came out last year or 2 years ago.
It's in decline.
It's ridiculous. Came out this
but
game.
There was a year that it was like.
Yeah, no, it's always ridiculous, but it's that one event.
There's never been a growth.
The International.
Yeah.
There's never been a growth like this for a game ever. But I've always been curious though, because they have had concerts where like Marshmello plays, the one DJ with like that weird plays, and people all go in and hang out. Mm-hmm. How did this happen? Because I don't play Fortnite enough to see this happen. Like
So this is marking the end of season 10. They're going into season 11, and of course chapter 2 things have been leaked.
Did
online.
only one person get to see this, or one group of people?
So this is like an event that happens, and it happens, I guess, in sync on all the servers. I don't play Fortnite, so if I'm messing this up, I'm sorry, guys. But to my understanding, this is an event that's timed that happens across like all servers. So as long as you're logged in doing stuff, and even some people who are in the loading menu said they witnessed some things as well.
So you don't kill each other, right? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing everyone just kind of jumps in and like, all right, guys, don't kill each other. Let's all kind of like watch what happens at the end.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone really knew what was going to happen either, but as we can see right here, so a giant meteor is falling down, and then it eventually explodes, and then just everything, like a cosmic event, just explodes and sucks everything into it, and then there's just darkness. I
remember this meteor has been coming down forever, I think.
Yeah, and there's been things that have been going on throughout the different seasons hinting at this, portals that have been opening, like it's this whole thing they're building up. It's really pretty impressive.
That's why,
as much as I don't care about this game,
exactly. As much as we don't care about this game, these guys are fucking geniuses. Like they had, 1 week they have Batman, the other week they have, fucking Thanos. The Thanos thing was I actually played the Thanos thing. That Thanos thing was awesome. Yeah. Holy shit, was it awesome! I grabbed the gauntlet, I fucking put it on. Yes, please. And it was great. It was so good. I was the most powerful being in the fucking universe, fucking everyone up. It was super cool. These guys are smart as fuck. These guys deserve all the money that they're getting.
I agree.
They're
making good business.
They were the first company to. The
marshmallow thing was sick.
Yeah, it was. I'm okay. So I'm not 100% on this. Don't fucking quote me on this shit. But I do think they were the first company to ever have crossplay everything. Where like mobile, Switch. Well, PlayStation took a while because they're bitches. Xbox, PC, everyone was playing. As long as you had your Epic ID, you put it on there, everyone's able to play, except for PlayStation because they're bitches. And then PlayStation went, fuck it. You guys can have it. But they were the first everything crossplay. They have the best fucking season fucking passes. Like, they give you the right amount of money that you get. Where like, oh, well, I know I'm paying $20 or $15 or $30 for this shit. But if it's worth it because if I wanted the V-Bucks, they cost $10. Yeah. So this is worth it. Dude, listen. I'll earn them. It's so fucking smart. So it makes these guys want to get good. And then they see these tournaments. What, some motherfucker just fucking Booga over here is making $3 million? I'm going to try.
Listen, man, when you're making infinite money, let's just call it infinite because there's probably not a cap on their spending right now, or at least last year.
I don't think there will ever be until Fortnite 2 comes out.
Which it sounds like this is what I mean. This is huge. Yeah. Whatever this is.
Well, they're calling it Chapter 2.
Listen, when the top Twitch streamer plays solely your game, and you are the biggest game in the world, and you're on every platform, and you've won the game, and you have so now you can buy Psychologist to figure out exactly what the price point is, where they're gonna buy this stuff. You can hire the best marketing people in the world to do this black hole thing. Like, you can afford the best shit,
the best writers, because these guys hire writers. They're hiring writers to work on these stories for their fucking game. Yeah, which for us it's just like drop it to a map, 100 players, you fucking kill each other, that's it, done. That's what Fortnite is. But no, they added they grabbed PUBG, made it cartoony so everyone can play it. Yeah, E for everyone. It might be teen. I don't know. But and let's add some writing to it. Let's add some quests to it. But there's no quests. But there are quests. Yeah, there's secret stuff to every map. You might find a secret little fucking nook or cranny and find some extra shit. And then we'll throw a million skins so your character's unique. And, you don't need them. They don't make you better. So we totally beat the loot box thing there. But your character does look pretty fucking badass. Yep. You can be John Wick or Batman. That's fucking awesome for my character. Thanos wasn't a skin, though. It was like
it never was?
Yeah, it was an event.
It was an
you would
event.
Imagine that they would have got some licensing.
Yeah, they should have just kept it, right?
There's no Iron Man suit?
No.
Like, that's crazy.
No, they get a bunch of licenses, they don't get everything.
Marvel's like, you think you're big? Yeah. Disney's like,
fuck you.
Have a seat on this tiny little stool.
You can borrow Thanos. That's it. You can't borrow anything else. Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, hats off to them. Good business. Yeah. I've said this since the beginning. Yeah. Since they shut down the rest of the company to focus on Fortnite.
I think the only reason we hate the skins is because we're not good.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it either. I really don't.
The only part I don't like it is the building part, which is a huge part of it.
So. Yeah, which makes it really fucking great at the same time. The thing is, it really separates people. It separates people that just really are based on their aim, based on the shooting, based on that tactical side of stuff. And there's the people that just build really fucking well. I've seen guys build like a motherfucker, and they're amazing at building, but their aim sucks.
Well, I've heard when it gets to late game, it's all about the building.
It's all about the building.
Important.
It's all about the building, and I learned that the hard way, where I get my ass kicked always at the end. I'll make it. Like, I'll start running. I'll start shooting the crowd of people. I'm able to build basic shit to the point where like I can survive.
But then you're running up against Minecraft players for the last since they were born.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right?
And then, which actually, I started playing Minecraft again.
I got to put ventilation away.
I started playing Minecraft again.
Yeah.
It's, dude.
All right, we don't have time for that.
No,
We'll talk about it next week.
not right now. We'll talk about it way
It's
later.
funny because
Minecraft's growing again,
you
dude.
played all these games, but you can't get some pictures that I need.
No, dude. I need to have fun. I've been working too much. Fuck off.
Minecraft.
It sounds like you've been blowing off steam this week.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what it's been. It's been a lot of pressure for the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and it was my first week of like fucking breathing.
All
All right,
right,
Bobby.
last bit of news. NVIDIA plans more ray-traced remasters of PC classics, starting with a game you know and love.
Which I thought it was really
That
cool.
Quake?
You don't know what it is. Well, Quake came out. Quake with ray trace. They haven't said what game it's going to be, but it could be something like Half-Life 2, Doom 3, Portal. It could be any game, but they're gonna focus on one game. They're gonna let us know later what game is gonna be remastered, and it'll be RTX. It's this RTX thing is really getting me going. I feel like I need an RTX card. It's fucking with my mind. I know I don't need it, but I kind of want to see that beautiful lighting. And
roll that beautiful beam footage.
and then since I've been playing Minecraft again, which I don't know if Mila's playing it because you guys can join our server, but I got a server going on with Gia, and but it's really, it's like it's the whole RTX thing is ridiculous. It's really nice. It's just this lighting is crazy, and I hadn't seen it for a while. I mean, because have you guys played on an RTX card yet?
No.
It looks pretty.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. I see the hype.
The difference.
I see the difference.
Wait, you have
Well, I'm
one?
glad they're finding
No,
other
I know.
areas to expand into, because for a while it was just like, more resolution. And
Yeah.
At a certain point, that depending on what size of screen you're playing on, that doesn't serve much of a
Exactly,
purpose.
because
You got to find other areas to be.
When I bought my 1080 Ti, I was like, this is a 4-year card, and I'm going to goddamn write out
No,
the
it
4
is. It
years.
is. Your card is a 4-year card. I bought my 1080, and I was like aiming for this also 4 years, but I don't think it'll be 4 years because the next card Nvidia brings out, that's what I'm jumping to, and which they just talked about it. I wanted that as the news, but I wasn't. But they just released some information on a new card that might happen.
Usually they have like a big reveal in October, but I don't know if they're doing that this year. I haven't heard
NVIDIA?
anything.
No.
Yeah, NVIDIA.
No.
Oh. Well,
No,
I
they're-
feel like they jumped the gun on this one.
It's ATI has been I mean, not ATI. What are they called?
Radeon.
Radeon.
Yeah.
Radeon has been fucking shit up lately. So
Well,
AMD.
they're
AMD.
AMD is really fucking.
So this
stuff
is the way that, like, I don't know if you guys have
up.
followed
AMD's
this at all.
pushing Nvidia. But what's up?
Exactly. So AMD was like, we put out some fake news. NVIDIA they dropped their prices.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're putting out our cards, and they totally played into our hands. And then they announced that they had done exactly that, if it's true. And so it's like, it's a very interesting position that they're in. I don't believe they have market share, but they're coming up quick, and Nvidia is like dropping down.
Yeah,
Really
and then
interesting.
and then they'll go and then they'll randomly be like, "Well, here's the card," and then you're like, "Oh shit!
Yeah.
It is good. It's fucking great." And then Nvidia and then Nvidia goes, "Well, we just made our card super, so it's better than that one." So
It's
it's
a
just
marketing plug.
and it's also $300 cheaper, guys.
That's what it was.
So it's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It's just
AMD put out fake prices, and Nvidia bit and dropped all their prices by
they
a
dropped
certain
all the
amount,
prices.
and it was a fake ad or whatever. And they're like, they played right into our hands, and then they put out their real cards or whatever it was.
What happened to Intel though? I heard Intel hired people that AMD and Nvidia dropped, and they were creating Intel graphics cards.
Yeah, they're planning on creating discrete GPUs. Intel was.
Probably
but that's-
integrated, right?
No,
Stuff?
they've been doing integrated for the longest time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
always had integrated, but
I'm just saying they
but
probably
were,
hired them
but they
for
were no, but
integrated,
they were
right?
going to actually bring out actual graphics cards from Intel.
Mm.
But I wonder what
Yeah,
happened.
they had
I-
like pictures of it.
That's a weird space to get into, but there's only 2 real players in the game. Is there a
That's
third?
it.
Can you name a third one, Bobby? You probably can.
no.
Who's number 3 on the list?
No, because they make all the cards, but then all these different companies make
Right,
their
right, right.
versions of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Intel doesn't have any
it's
graphics
just,
cards.
It's NVIDIA and AMD, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like every other
But
company
NVIDIA,
comes
it's
in.
very lopsided. NVIDIA makes a lot more of the cards.
Bobby, did you read this article about Google's pronouncement of quantum computing?
No.
I was watching the Rogan.
You're going to have to read that and then get back to us because I couldn't understand it. But basically, they said they've made a gigantic leap in quantum computing.
It's not. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, we'll see.
All right. Time for listener questions. First one comes from DJ Warconius. Since 2020 is coming up as it's the end
He was
of a
killing
decade.
it, dude.
Yeah.
He was killing it. He had never touched a fucking DJ software ever. And I know you guys talked about DLG calling last week, but this guy, it's just, I fell asleep. All right. So, like, I brought my DJ gear and I was like, I'm going to put it outside. I brought my monitor.
Obviously means 2 turntables, like not vinyl, but like digital turntables.
Yeah. So, pretty much, like the CDJs from back in the day and your mixer from fucking Pioneer. That's what I own. But
Cornelius had never seen anything like it.
yeah, and it's called the RX2, the RX2, I think is what it's called. And it's pretty much the CDJs combined with a 400 mixer, but actually better than, it's like an 800 mixer from Pioneer. It's really cool fucking gear. And he had I brought it. I was gonna actually rent speakers, but then when she was like, oh no, but the neighbors, which honestly, guys, you just noticed we had no neighbors. It was the people in the houses next door were just carekeepers.
Yeah.
There was we could have been loud as fuck and we were fine, but we had no clue. They were all rentals, so we could have just been.
But anyway,
anyways, so that day I was super tired. I passed out like around, I don't know, like midnight. I wake up at 1 because I took a quick nap. And like someone set up all my DJ gear. It was Rusty, and I would imagine like Rusty being on because Rusty knows how to DJ.
all right.
I was fucking Warconius on there, just like messing around and doing all these effects, and I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop that! That sounds like shit." He's like, "But no one's saying it." No, dude, it sounds like shit. Hold up. And then I gave him like a little quick 101 on like, all right, first
On
of all,
1 hour sleep.
yeah, on 1 hour sleep. Like, hey, do this, play actual tracks, stop playing these weird ones that he has on here.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Fucking the next day during the podcast, this guy was mixing fucking like crazy. Like, he was doing a great job.
Thus, DJ Warconius.
DJ Warconius. It's fucking awesome.
Warconius.
So he asks, since 2020 is coming up and it's the end of the decade, how about a DLG top 20 PC games from 2010 to 2020?
We'll do that for New Year's.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah. I like
So we'll have our game of the year and our game of the decade?
Game of the decade.
game of the decade.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Or GotD. Doesn't roll off the tongue. I don't know.
Marketed. Hashtag got the
Episode title for sure.
That's a good idea, dude.
Let's do that. That sounds
Better
good.
than your music.
Yeah. Got the.
All right. Demented Warlock has a hypothetical question here. All right. Public bathroom person is taking a doo-doo.
Okay.
Do you smell it or taste it? So do you breathe through your mouth and not through your nose or vice versa?
So there's so much to unpack there, but I will tell you a story that has nothing to do with this.
I like those stories.
I went to work and I was working with the new kid, he's 19. And the guy that always farted. And this 19-year-old leaned into his ass, like where his ass is, and smells it, like it goes, and he says, "That ain't shit." And I was like, these kids these days are on the next level. Like, I can't compete with that. Like,
I have noticed that there are kids that try to take it to another level where it's not disgusting towards for them, which I don't understand that. I don't get it. You're actually sniffing shit particles into your fucking nose and into your body.
I was impressed and disgusted at the same time.
Yeah, I would be impressed because, there's a part of me where, like, maybe I would have done that back in the day, but I never did because I'm not that fucking retarded. But that's a little intense for me. But that's okay. So for me...
That's okay.
whenever, and this is at work, we have 2 urinals, 2 fucking stalls. I always sit in the regular one, right? Because I'm not handicapped. And whenever someone walks into the handicapped, the moment they start pooping, I start breathing through my nose and not through my mouth. I make sure I'm only breathing through my nose and not through my mouth. Is that weird? I'm trying not to breathe it in because I feel like if I'm breathing through my mouth, I'm tasting it.
I guess.
I don't know. Because it's going like, do you breathe through your mouth or not through your nose?
No, I think the nose is a safer bet.
I think
That's why we have nose hairs to catch particles.
So I pretty much, if I walk into a bathroom and no one's in there, I
don't think we need clarification.
I don't care. If someone starts pooping,
play by play.
Right.
Play by play. All right, guys. I walk in, I sit down, clean the toilet bowl, not the toilet bowl, the toilet seat, pull the up and down.
Are you the custodian?
He might be. Have you seen him?
I am Mexican, bro. Come on. I got both jobs. I work finance during the day, custodian at night.
All right. The lotion has a real question here. What game gave you the most feels?
Oh, shit.
I've cried at 2 games. One of them was, as everybody's answer, it's The Walking Dead by Double Fine. Double Fine?
With Clementine and shit?
Yeah. The first one made me cry.
But that wasn't like...
It's the number 1 game that makes people cry, Ray. I'm not the only one.
Really?
Yes.
Which game gives you... wait, I can't even really think of one.
But, no, that's got to be my answer. I'm sure I'll come up with, like, another one.
I have a better answer. I should have a better answer for this. And that one makes sense right now. Yes! Yes! That's what... I read this question earlier, and I was like, it was Last of Us.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes. And it's funny because...
no, Last of Us, the whole fucking game.
Yeah. I was watching Workonius play the first 15 minutes on his stream. Well, pre-recorded. And he's just like, whoa. Oh, God. Oh,
dude.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Like a Canadian. I'm sorry. Sorry.
You know what's funny? I never noticed his accent.
He just started complaining.
I didn't notice his accent until I listened to the podcast. Is that weird? Like when I was with him and he was talking to me, I thought it was totally normal.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the podcast.
He was nervous, so it probably coming out more. And
so plus, his accent was I totally heard his accent.
Oh, but when he was talking to Sniper, like I couldn't even understand them, dude. It's just like a whole.
Oh yeah, when he had 2 Canadians,
man. 2 Canadians talking, it's like what the fuck is going
on? It's just noises.
Oh, maple syrup. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, Last of Us. Last of Us is one of those games where
it's a PC game podcast.
It's a piece. It's a piece. This game should fucking. Oh, it's so good. But a PC game that gave me feels.
Bobby. What are feelings?
Cannot compute.
I don't. Maybe I don't play those types of games because games just don't evoke that from me.
Really? You've never cried in a game? I've cried in video games before.
Like
Bobby, fuck off, dude. You never felt emotions.
Shit, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
dude.
you fucked me up.
I fucked you up hard.
Wow.
He spilled my drink all over me. And I have a wet mustache.
Oh, wet T-shirt contest, guys.
Come on, Bobby.
That's just what you're missing now when you're not on Twitch.
You've been scared. You felt fear.
Yeah, like jump scares. I don't know, man. Games don't really tickle that part of the brain for me.
What?
I've had like moments where like, like, oh, that's cool, or there's some emotional impact there, but not like to that extent.
This is where a human would cry.
Does not compute.
Impairing their judgment. Fools. What
the fuck, man? How have you never played a story like a story?
Yeah, you know what game I gotta play? There's that one that you've played and was suggested to us. It's a very short game, 1 or 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. What the fuck was that game?
Gone From Home.
No, a very short
like
game,
that?
but it's very old, and the graphics are maybe kind of pixelated, and it's like a
moon. Something with a moon.
Yeah, something with moon. Like
yeah.
Walk the Moon, or no, that's
Tale to the Moon, Story of the Moon, something like that.
All right, I'm getting on Steam. We're gonna find this. We're getting to the bottom of it.
Crying Moon game. That would get you there.
Yeah.
Oh, not on Steam. On
No, I'm just
Google.
going to type
Crying
in.
Moon game.
Oh, dude. I cried. Or it got close. I don't remember.
The
but
crying game?
No.
So,
Is that it?
so for fucking Walking... Okay, so The Walking Dead was sad. I did feel like a little like, oh, and it was like, oh.
Dude, when the homeboy was crying
It was like, oh.
or dying?
I didn't feel it.
Oh, my God. You can fuck right off.
The really
dude.
okay. So I didn't feel it because the whole game was like this whole little narrative story thing. But I mean,
To the moon.
if you're playing
To the moon. Thank you.
If you're playing Last of Us,
Dude, to the moon. Play to... There's your homework next week. Next
I
month.
need to finish fucking this one
Next month.
Yeah.
Next month.
I need to get on Bobby's. I still don't have Bobby's family share.
Yeah, we got to set that up. Let me know when you're home sometime. We'll do the remote thing.
Yeah, I have the remote on. So
Okay.
just do that.
Yeah, To the Moon. I don't know, man. Like, maybe Mass Effect 3, that whole... I've told the story millions of
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Like, the
I
whole
like the
Warden
story.
situation, but, you know...
Tell it again.
Okay. It involves a backstory, though. Okay, so, like, Mass Effect 2, I played through all the Mass Effect games back to back to back one summer, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And the second one, you know, you choose, like, which ones live, which ones die at the end, like, a bunch of them die. And I was, like, disappointed, like, oh, God, Morden lived? I can't stand this guy. This guy's super annoying. You know, he's like that alien. I can't remember his race. But he
Sorry,
talks...
Bobby. Did you pick him to live? Do you get to pick?
It depends on the relationships you have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of random, but you can also like influence it throughout the game. So
They're the super smart aliens.
yeah, super smart alien. You know, talks like like an autistic person, and he always says like he won't let anyone do like the job that he thinks he needs to do. He says it had to be me because someone else would have gotten it wrong. And in the third game, I almost called it a movie. In the third game, there's an instance where it's a side story that may or may not happen in the game, but for me it did. So there's like this, I don't know, it was like an orphanage or a lab or something like that that's about to blow up, and like you're going to save all these people, but someone's got to stay behind, to flip the switch or do whatever. And then like he shows this deep humanity by saying, no, I'll stay and I'll do it. It has to be me, or someone else would have gotten it wrong. And I'm like, oh man, that was incredible. Call back to the second one, but this time it's a different meaning. Movies do it all the time, and we're like, okay, cool. But like to see that in a video game, I was very impressed with. But the thing is, you got to, I put in like 100 hours to get that experience, which a movie could do in 90 minutes. So, it's like, it is cool, but at the same time, I'm not that impressed.
I get it. Okay, I get it. It's just
I'm not making this up. Increase water eye participation by 10%. He got a participation. His eyes got a little watery just thinking about that, man. And that's what we're talking about. And I think you got an answer, folks.
So
that's the best you're gonna get.
I think this is fucked up. I don't want to say this on a PC gaming podcast, but
It's the actual podcast itself.
I know, right, dude? There's something about these fucking AAA titles on consoles that just give you this. I feel like I've only had that on
because their life depends on it. They do.
Their life depends on it.
Sony does an amazing fucking
Sony
job.
games have fucked me up hard, and Last of Us was one of the most emotional games I ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And
God of War is up there.
God of War is up there. The newest God of War. Holy shit!
At least we're getting Red Dead.
You're playing.
Damn.
Yeah, you're getting Red Dead. Which So I own Red Dead. I bought it fucking day one, and then I've been saying this for fucking a year now, and I was like, it's coming out on PC, and I said it like I forgot how many podcasts ago, and someone even went like, oh, confirmed, and I was like, yeah, bitches, it's fucking confirmed, guys. My buddy works at Rockstar. I can say random shit like that because it's not really that important because it's obvious it's coming out. And it's like, come on. It's like fucking Grand Theft Auto 5 at it.
Okay.
So, and that game is also a fucking AAA fucking amazing story title. But when do we really get this in PC games where like you're playing a 30-hour game,
Mass Effect.
20 to 30 Mass Effect, but
not a whole lot.
But Mass Effect was a game that was preliminary like console, wasn't it?
They're out there, dude, but they're different. Like Skyrim
was also a fucking it's a console game. It's not a console game. It's for everything.
Because if
these
it's really
companies
good
are
and it's going to
really-
make a bunch of money, they're going to put it on other
going to
things.
both. But it's just, I feel like a lot of these games are actually just
Yeah.
console games, which kind of just pisses you off a little bit. But when have you really seen someone really focus on the story that
But
hard?
this close to getting fired, dude. Watch your words. Watch your words.
Then again, I do see The Walking Dead kind of giving you that shit because that was a preliminarily like fucking like PC game. But these fucking console games do really give you this shit. Like they give you this fucking feeling. Like it's pretty intense, man. It's pretty fucking intense.
Move it on, Bobby, before everybody here buys a PlayStation 5. What do you think about the render? Not the render, the actual pictures of the PlayStation 5.
Oh, I think it looks like fucking shit.
It looks weird, right?
It's so weird.
Bobby, have you seen it?
Would you
The
care?
render of what?
How it's not a render, it's an actual photo of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
It looks very weird.
I think
It's like a horseshoe.
I think it's cool.
That one right there, top
there.
left. Yep,
Yeah, top
that's
left.
it.
That's the PlayStation 5.
Yep.
I think it's neat.
That's wow.
I think they're hitting
Looks
the
a bit much, man.
they're hitting the point of your computer's also a work of art because this is what this is, right? This is a computer modified to be a console.
I mean, they did not show very much restraint in designing this.
Yeah.
It has to have some. Okay, look at the fans. Like,
There's computer cases that are works of art. This is not a work of art.
no. But look at it. Like there must be a reason why the airflow and everything's coming out in that way.
The
the
other PlayStations, they were just like a sleek, black, simple look. Very mature, almost. I want to say this looks
But
like
at the same
something a kid
time,
would
like
buy.
these other consoles also had a bunch of issues when it came to heating.
Meanwhile,
They have heating issues.
If this
hardcore heating issues.
if this is form over function, I'm down.
I have a feeling this is happening because
the
they
shape
have
isn't my biggest concern. It's like a lot of color, and it's very
Not a lot of color.
So
Probably
there
it's
was
one color.
so there
Two
was
colors.
this, there was this one thing that I thought about when I saw this and
it stands up.
so yeah, it stands up. So like we have Xbox and PlayStation obviously competing. I have a feeling Xbox kind of knows. I feel for the next generation of consoles, they kind of know what's going on and they're gonna fucking kill it. And might be the PlayStation, not the killer, obviously. It's just gonna be just better because where they have all these companies working with them too, because they have all these great games coming out like Microsoft exclusives now. But they kind of have it figured out when it comes to like their actual build. And then PlayStation kind of just came out with this shit because they were like, "Fuck, we need to build something really weird looking because we need this airflow and all this shit to make it work." And then I feel like Xbox gonna come out with just a regular squared fucking console. It just be like, yeah, ours works too, and gives you everything the PlayStation does, but it doesn't look fucking weird, unless they come up with an X.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it might be a fucking PS5 that V is a 5, and then the Xbox that's gonna come up with an X or something just to make the airflow work.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird looking, dude.
I don't know if I'd want that sitting on my home entertainment center.
Yeah, no, it just looks really fucking weird. It's cool, fuck it, it's different, but I don't know.
Is there? Oh, that's a drive right there.
There's a
Optical
drive, dude. I don't get drives anymore. We don't need drives anymore. We don't.
Well, I guess if you want to play Blu-ray.
But then again, console also comes to the more economic
Yeah.
thing. It's just buy the console. You have to buy the games, and because you don't need that internet.
Is it confirmed that Microsoft's making a next unit?
Yeah, dude, Scarlet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they actually came out before. Like, I think someone posted on the Discord, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe like PlayStation 5 is coming out with RTX," and I'm like, dude, Xbox announced that.
It wouldn't surprise me if they go the direction of Sega and go software only.
Xbox,
and that's why they're warming up to all the other platforms.
Xbox, I feel, is the hardware leader to all this console wars. The only thing is just PlayStation has better fucking production companies when it comes to their games.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Naughtyware and
Oh my God, we're at 2.5 hours.
Damn, and it's only what?
Yeah, we got to wrap this
Let's
up.
wrap
Are
this
you
up.
drunk, Ray? I'm drunk.
All right. So last question from Presario. He's got 2 questions here. I don't think we can answer the first. but his second one is
spoke to
directed at
Chad.
Ray. Thoughts on?
I already answered that first one.
Yeah, we already
actually.
answered that. Yeah. Directed at Ray. Thoughts on As I Lay Dying's new album?
Oh, is it the same dude that asked about if Emilio liked like hardcore stuff? Is it that guy? As I Lay Dying's new album.
Is that a band?
Yeah.
Can we hear it?
It's album of the year, hands down.
What?
For me? Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, I thought you meant by like people that matter. Like
Oh
the Grammy people.
no. Okay, so As I Lay Dying is a metalcore band.
Oh boy.
Put on some audio. Put on. Okay.
No, we can't because we're gonna get.
No.
Can we?
We'll talk over it.
Okay.
Okay. Put on My Own Grave.
This is bullshit.
My Own
This is
Grave.
bullshit. This is bull.
Then this is the bullshit. All right, cool. Metalcore is metal and hardcore combined. If you guys didn't figure that one out, by just saying metalcore.
Thanks, brother.
But here's the funny thing. This band is from San Diego. San Diego's own As I Lay Dying. The funny thing is, which is not that funny, the lead singer went to jail because he hired a hitman to murder his wife. I'm not joking.
What's that have to do with their music?
Anyways,
feel like I've
the
heard this
band
story.
broke up. Band broke up.
Okay.
It was done because the guy's in jail. They came back. This is a new album from the guy getting released from jail after being 2-3 years in jail. So this is his album. And
After him.
after him. This song is called My Own Grave. I made my own grave. I fucking tried murdering my wife. And because I hired a hitman. And then he talks about regretting what the fuck he did. This is the only song that lyrically has some sort of like thing.
Story.
Yeah.
As opposed to just
exactly.
yelling.
But As I Lay Dying as a band is a great band. It's always, for me, it's always been the number one metalcore band there is. A lot of my fucking inspiration from my bands have been like them. And this is album of the year for me right now, actually. 4 fucking great singles. And their lead guitar sounds amazing on this fucking album. It's ridiculous how good it sounds. Clean vocals, dirty vocals are great. I think it's a great fucking album. And they're back.
Remember, you're literally talking to one person.
I know, but it's just metalcore. Metalcore is
Thanks,
it's a
Rosario.
very small. I know it's not small. It's actually people.
Yeah, there's a good.
It was big for a while.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people who still
I would say there's
and people still love it right now.
500,000 to a million
Yeah,
people.
people still love metalcore right now.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
people still love metal. Metal. The only difference between metal and metalcore is just there's screaming involved. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
It's all the same nice metal riffs, like Oh yeah, it's just it's just this fucking you're switching from high pitch to fucking low growling.
I feel like she could really do with some metalcore. Like she needs that metalcore.
She
in her
needs to
life.
fucking scream out her fucking
Yeah.
lungs out. She's from San Diego, dude. Like San Diego.
Kill everything.
You know, it's funny. I can scream. I actually know how to scream, and I'm not gonna do it here. But these bands. Whenever I was in these bands, it was the best stress killer in the world, dude. You have no clue.
Yeah, and I
Terrible
think
for
that's
your
what it
throat,
does for
Yeah.
the listening audience.
Yeah.
I hope it's a stress relief and not a stress builder.
No, it's not.
Anyway, everybody in the band is wearing black. All their speakers are black. The drums are black.
Wait. Look at.
No, we're not gonna do it.
No, come on.
No, we're at 3 hours. Dude.
God, no, we're not in 3
We're
hours.
a
yet.
17-hour podcast.
God damn it.
There's children asleep.
There's
Right.
children asleep upstairs and
All right,
downstairs.
let's sort the thing
What's
down.
everybody playing next week?
I hate to say it, man. I really do, but it's Borderlands 3. I'm gonna get into the end game.
More?
I want to play some more Wave Survival, and I really haven't even looked into it. I haven't done my due diligence. I want to see how many of the raids are available. I want to do the raids and be able to talk about that the next week. But I am glad that, I don't know. I felt like last week's podcast, I thought last week's podcast was good. I feel like I haven't been able to get my things off my chest until this episode. So, or maybe I wasn't drunk. And so now I feel better. I was drunk last week though.
All right, I'm going to play Outlast 2. Already got it installed. I'm going to try to beat it. So I'm already a couple hours into this game that I played when it came out,
It's
I
a
think,
really
in
good game.
2017. Yeah, I
It's
love
fun.
the first one, love the DLC, so really want to get through Outlast 2.
Ray, it's October. Are you gonna play Sperry games?
I'm gonna play Visage this week. Visage.
The white
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
already
You make it
plays
sound cuter with I'm a
Visage.
Visage.
I'll put a Visage right here.
So yeah, Visage is fucking awesome, dude. It's just I haven't played it yet, and I'm finally gonna do it, and I'm gonna stream it because I just ordered a bunch of gear so I can stream again, but like a really pretty way that I've always envisioned this whole streamer personality I've always wanted, and I did all right when I started, and I feel like I can do better by just adding all these little elements and transitions, videos,
Adding
everything.
little what?
Elements. I said, shut the fuck up. I know. That was the first time, bitch.
No, but you have the shit where it lights up the room the same color, right?
Yeah, and then
That's dope, dude.
I even have a lamp that actually focuses on me, and like I've been making everything look pretty. So I just ordered more stuff. I'm gonna start streaming, and I want to stream Visage. I can't wait to play this game. It's supposed to be super fucking scary and fucked up. I'm gonna do it just on a Friday, Saturday night, and I'm gonna try to beat it up to the final chapter because the final chapter is not done yet.
Will you do me this favor?
What's up?
Will you turn down the brightness on your chat screen and try not to because this is what we brought up a bunch of times. Like when you're doing scary games, if you have the chat, it feels like you have people right there ready to fight for you. But
I have dark mode on my Twitch.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I have dark mode on my Twitch, so it's always dark.
All right.
I have dark mode on everything, dude. It's fucking awesome. Dark mode's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
it saves a bunch of battery life.
Yeah, it does.
Then Bobby.
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking for Bobby, whatever this guy's name is,
Reynaldo?
Reynaldo.
Something?
That's his whole name, guys.
That's my whole name, guys.
Yeah.
Reynaldo.
Reynaldo.
It's fucking weird.
By the way, the name for butt in Spanish is nalga. So Sam has been calling him Reynalgas his entire life.
Reynaldo.
And this is Emilio, like the Mighty Ducks man himself, signing off with computer titties. Bye, everybody.
Computer titties. You could have done better. You had nalga to work with. Nalga titties. Butt titties.
Oh my God. If I saw nalga titties, I would just come on the spot.
Nalga titties. Imagine. Doggy style and just nipples.